Glad you called. For all your roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roswell High School football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, September 9th, 2022. I'm your host, Art Sandoval, and I'm here with Roswell High School head coach, Jeff Lynn. Good evening, Coach. How are you today?
What's up, Mr. Sandoval? What's the word, man?
Well, you know what? I guess I should ask you that, Coach. So let's just start off right off the bat here. Let's talk about last week's performance against Hobbs. Give me some pros, give me some positives, give me your thought process on that, and we'll go from there. How's that sound?
Good. No, I've kind of flushed that out of my mind, but no, I mean, I said after the game, teams get what they deserve. We didn't practice very well that week, and when you don't practice well, and I think on some level we kind of got the big head a little bit, and that happens, and sometimes you need a wake-up call, and hopefully that's what that is for us. After going and watching the film, it's never as bad as it seems. It's never as good as it seems. I mean, we did some good things, and give Hobbs a lot of credit. I mean, they're much improved. I mean, they're big and they're fast, and we certainly didn't do a lot of things to help ourselves, but we played a really good football team too. So, those two things kind of snowballed on us, and hopefully we can, use that as a bit of a wake-up call and learn from it and move forward.
Well, Coach, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. Let the past is the past. It's done with. Sometimes good teams suffer a loss. Sometimes that helps the program. And, I think after I talked with you after that game, it is what it is. We got it handed to us, and we lost, and we go on from there. So,
and Hobbs is really good.
Yeah, Hobbs is really good, and that's probably
as good a Hobbs team as. In my 10 years at Roswell High, that's the best Hobbs team I've seen. When I first got to Roswell, they had really good offense, but they never really played any defense, and they weren't a complete team. That's the most complete Hobbs team I've seen. If they can, if they can continue to get good quarterback play, I think they've got a chance to be a semifinal, even a state final type team. So
that's one of the things, and you and I always talk about this. As you're the head coach, as a former coach, rankings don't mean nothing to me really, but they were ranked 5th last week, and I couldn't agree with you most. That's probably the best Hobbs team I've seen in a very, very long time. So let's talk about Hobbs for just a second. What do you think? What stands out in your mind right now, offensively, defensively for Hobbs? Why did we struggle so much offensively?
Well, I think we just struggled with their side, and they did something to us that, I didn't really see. They backed their safeties up and they backed their corners up, and they just played a base defense. And basically what they did was they said, you can have 5 yards, but it's going to take you 10 plays to score. We don't think you're disciplined enough to go 10 plays and score on us every time. And they were right. I mean, we would get a penalty, we would fumble, we would, get a jump off. I mean, we would do something. I mean, you go back and look at it. I mean, we were running, our base run plays on them for 4 or 5 yards every time. But we just, we would do something stupid, and that'd put us behind the chains. And then, we had a hard time. So they wanted us to go, they weren't going to let us big play them like what we did against Santa Fe and Lovington. And we just weren't disciplined enough to do it. So
I truly believe that they were not 41 points better than us. I think as we had good teams have bad games sometimes, and I'm not saying that that they're just a well-disciplined team. They were better than us that week, and there's nothing we can take away from them. But I personally don't think they were 41 points better than us.
No, and like if we I thought our defense was really playing well in the first half, and our offense just left them out there too long. I mean, and, they're really fast at receiver. And, the longer you leave those kids out there, the law of averages is going to get you. They're going to make a play at some point. Right. And that's what they did. So offensively, we didn't play very well. I thought defensively, they played pretty well. They had a good game plan. They flew around. But, you got to play against a school like Hobbs that has a really good football team. You got to play complementary football. The offense has to complement the defense, and the defense has to complement the offense. And I really felt like our offense didn't do their job last Friday night. So, but we'll learn from it. We'll get better, and we'll move forward. And fortunately, we don't have to play Hobbs again. So
absolutely, well said, Coach. Well, let's just go ahead and shift gears immediately. So this week, tonight, as everybody knows, we'll be taking on the defending state champions, the Las Lunas Tigers. Coach, give me your thoughts on Las Lunas. Tell me what they do offensively, defensively, what your expectations are for tonight.
Well, they're always a run-first football team on offense. They're going to try to pound the rock. They got a good running back, number 26. There's a little bit of question mark at quarterback. They've got an all-state type quarterback in Paul Sermons. He didn't play last week against Farmington. We're not sure if he's playing tonight. He's definitely a difference maker. So if he plays tonight, they're obviously better. But with the other kid, they're pretty good. So they're going to try to run the ball on us. And then in the passing game, they're going to try to hit us over the top. They're trying to get you to suck up and trying to get a big play in the passing game. Defensively, they're very aggressive. They're a 3-4 team, but they're going to blitz us every down. I mean, somebody's coming from somewhere every down. So really aggressive defensively, pound the rock, try to be physical on offense. And then, they've got a really good kicker and really good special teams. So, just a really solid, 6A program. But again, we're in the same boat we were with Hobbs. I mean, we're going to play these good teams. And so, we're going to find out where we're at, and, it'll be a good test for us.
Coach, how was it this week in practice? We've had a pretty good week as far as weather's concerned, but other than that, what's your thoughts on practice this week?
I don't know what you're talking about with weather. It's been hot, man. It's been hot, and then we've got all that rain, and so it's muggy. I mean, it's like I'm not so sure this wasn't the most miserable week of practice we've had. I mean, just from that stand. No, it's been good. It's been a good week of practice. I mean, we've had a good solid week. We've had a good solid week in the film room. I think the kids have really responded well to what happened with Hobbs and bounced back and had a good week of practice. I really think we're going to play a lot better tonight than we did last Friday night. So been a good week of practice, and excited to see what happens here.
Last question, Coach. The last week's game against Hobbs, how is that going to prepare you for this week?
Well, I just think anytime, I mean, I don't think we'll see a bigger team than Hobbs. I mean, Las Lunas is pretty big, but they're not as big as Hobbs. And then I'm not sure we'll see a faster team than Hobbs. So hopefully things slow down for us a little bit. Hopefully things get a little smaller,
right.
And so, when you go up against a team like Hobbs, and then you bounce back, hopefully they're not as fast, hopefully they're not as big, and hopefully us playing against that size and that quickness, helps us to play faster and bigger. So, again, I think, that all this is getting us ready for our district season and the playoff season. So, I mean, we don't play the only 5A program we play in the preseason is Piedra Vista. Everybody else is, we're playing up, and and hopefully that's to get us ready for that district season. We're not interested in playing a schedule that's going to make us feel good about ourselves. We're interested in getting better, and that's what teams like Hobbs and Las Lunas and Clovis and Carlsbad and PV do for you. So we're excited about that.
Well said, Coach. Well, we're just moments away. Let's get you back to your team. Good luck to you, Coach, and we'll see you here in just a bit. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Roswell versus Los Lunas.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Keeping your commercial vehicles in good working condition is a priority. With over 60 years experience, Big O Tires is here to handle all of your commercial vehicle needs. From a large tire selection, quality automotive services, to priority appointments, our experienced technicians will get your business back in action quickly. Whatever size business you operate, Big O Tires has your business covered for all your commercial vehicle needs. Stop by your local Big O Tires today.
Test one.
We should have it now.
Testing mic, test one. Test 1, 2. Nothing yet, Mike?
Hold on, give me just a sec here.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Disconnect. Test 1, disconnect.
Thanks, Mike.
You're good to go.
All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and start this all over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roswell High School football. We're here in Los Lunas, New Mexico, September 9th, 2022. About 82 degrees here. And the Roswell Coyotes, currently 2-1, ranked 11th overall in all classifications, will be taking on the defending state champions, the Los Lunas Tigers. And their overall record is 2-1 as well, and they are ranked overall 9th. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald here on 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM and KEND Radio. We will be only doing radio tonight.
Right, partner. We are on the live stream, audio only. However, if you want to tune in that way, ksvptv.com. They'll have the score at the bottom of the screen and some logos to look at. No video again, but you'll be able to hear us. So either way you want to listen, we hope you tune in. Should have a great game, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely, Coach. I see the Roswell Coyotes coming out now. They're wearing all white with the red helmets, big R. And then, of course, the Los Lunas Tigers currently in all blue with white socks, blue helmets. And we're just moments away from kickoff. Real quick, Coach, what we'll do is we're going to talk Coyote defense, Coyotes offense, and then if we have a chance, we'll talk a little football. Starting for the defense for the Roswell Coyotes, number 24, Wesley Gallegos. The cornerback stands at 5'7", 150-pound junior. The defensive end, we're going to find out here in just a moment. Eli Lynn is going to be out this game. So we're going to get notification on who the starter will be here momentarily. Sylvester Lomeli, number 75, is the defensive tackle. He stands at 5'8", 230 pounds. He is classified as a senior. Number 71 is Noah Lynn. Defensive tackle, stands at 6'1", 210-pound sophomore. And then Robert Truex, the defensive end, stands at 5'10", 175-pound senior. And then Jeremiah Modriel will be playing cornerback, 5'7", 150-pound junior. And then safety for tonight, we're going to find out momentarily as we had an ejection last week. So we're going to find out who the starter will be this evening. Vernon Molinar, number 52, will play the Sam linebacker. Stands at 5'8", 175-pound junior. The Mike linebacker will be Damian Quesada, number 54. And then George Chavez, or Jorge Chavez, number 7, will play the Will linebacker, stands at 5'9", 175-pound senior. And then Adrian Anaya, number 3, will play safety. He stands at 5'10", 175-pound senior. Offensively for the Roswell Coyotes, we're going to go left to right, starting out with the wide receiver, standing at 5'10", 140-pound junior, is number 20, Manny Segala. Left tackle will be Remy Villa. He is wearing number 76. He is 6 foot, 255-pound senior. Left guard tonight, 5'9", 300-pound senior, is going to be number 79, Jesus Campos. And then center is going to be number 60, Lucius Moore. He stands at 5'10", 220-pound senior. And then Jesus Gutierrez will play right guard. He is at 5'8", 185-pound junior. And then right tackle will be Rico Lujan, number 74. He stands at 5'8", 210-pound junior. And then Malachi Mitchell, the tight end, will be wearing number 12. He stands at 5'11", 175-pound junior. And then the running back and slot back for tonight will be number 22, Bryce Sanchez. He stands at 5'10", 200-pound junior. Seabass, Sebastian Mendoza, slot back, 5'9", 145-pound senior. And then Peyton Kennard, fullback. He stands at 5'11", 185-pound junior. And then, of course, the captain for the Roswell Coyotes, number 8, Manny Fuentes. He stands at 5'11", 6 foot, 175, 180-pound junior. We're just seconds away, and it looks like the Roswell Coyotes won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, so that means Kennard will be kicking. Again, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, and here is the kickoff. Kennard is going to kick it deep, and we will get you some numbers here as the Los Lunas Tigers go into starburst formation, and what a run it is for number 2, Fabian Trujillo, as he is in Coyote territory. He will be taken down about the 45-yard line of the Roswell Coyotes.
Nate Quintero finally got him, but not before he gets into Coyote territory, all the way to the Roswell 45. Looked like they were maybe going to set up the starburst there. We know this team does that, but that was a good run back.
Okay, here's the name of the game for the Los Lunas Tigers. Let's see if this is going to happen, and it is. It's going to be number 17, Paul Sermons, the quarterback, the senior standout. He is going to be in shotgun formation. And we have motion already for the Los Lunas Tigers. And it's going to be handed off to Cash Aragon. Good defense by the Roswell Coyotes. Coach McDonald, right here we're talking about Paul Sermons. You and I coming up to Los Lunas, we're talking about whether or not he was going to get the reps tonight or not, and it looks like he is.
Yeah, well, he's starting the game at least, and he starts off with a handoff there. It'll be interesting to see his first pass play because he's been out a week and a half, I believe. Didn't play at all last week. Los Lunas only attempted 5 passes, all of those by non-quarterbacks. So he's one of the premier quarterbacks in the state when healthy.
So Cash Aragon had +2, so second 8 from the 43. Scores 0-0 with 11:16 remaining in the first quarter. Sermons, the quarterback. Quick pass over to number 2, Fabian Trujillo. Fabian Trujillo still on his feet, and he is going to have about 5 or 6 yards, maybe more than that. And
no, I think 6 is about right. You had Damian Quezada coming over to get him, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and short there at the 37-yard line. And first test for this Coyote defense. We talked a lot about the Coyote defense on the way here too, didn't we, partner?
Absolutely. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 from the 37 left hash. And, Sermons loses the ball, and it might be Coyote ball. And the Coyotes are saying it is theirs, but let's see what happens once the officials get everybody up.
It looks like it is. It was a fumbled snap, so it wasn't a forced fumble, but it was number 24. It looks like Wes Gallegos got in there from the corner position to get on that snap. He must have been blitzing. So,
well, Coach, this is something different here. The last 3 weeks, the Coyotes started kind of shaky, but right here, the defense, name of the game, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. Starting out on the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. They're going to call it middle part of the field. Good job by Wes Gallegos by recovering the fumble. Manny Fuentes, pistol formation. It's going to be speed option, and there it is right there going to the left side. That's Bryce Sanchez. He's past the 50, and he will be out of bounds. Good run by Bryce Sanchez. Looks like about 7.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 7 on that. Perfect execution there on the speed option as you had a good toss, and old B-Train handled it.
B-Train, there you go.
Or are we going to use the new nickname?
I was wondering what you were going to call this. I was going to leave it up to you to call him the B-Train, but we might call him different names here in just a moment. It's going to be 2nd and 3, so it will be +7 for Bryce Sanchez. Pistol formation. Sanchez will get the ball once again. He will be close to the 1st down if he doesn't have it already.
Be a yard short, I think, Coach.
It's going to be +2 for Sanchez. So just like that, 2 carries, 9 yards for Sanchez. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be left part of the field. Score 0-0 and 9:32 remaining in the first quarter. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KND Radio.
First possession by the Coyotes here, and so far 2 runs, make it 3.
And Sebastian Mendoza has a handoff, and he is going to lose about 3.
So decision time now for Coach Lynn.
That's exactly right. So Fuentes goes under center at the time, and
well, it's 3rd and 5, so you know they're going under center to try and draw him off here. Well, I shouldn't say under center.
Well, let's see if Fuentes goes hard count to draw the defense of Los Lunas off sides.
Do you see a play clock here, Coach?
Well, I don't, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Here at Los Lunas, beautiful stadium, no play clock. So they're counting on the sideline for help. Okay, there it is. Speed option to the right. Fuentes will carry. He has more. 1st down, and he will be brought down about the 39, 40-yard line. So Fuentes, good hard run as he fakes speed option and decides to take it himself. 1st down for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, and a great decision there from Manny Fuentes. Fakes the pitch, gets the 1st down, and even a little more there. That's the kind of decision-making we need to see from Mr. Fuentes.
There's pistol, and there's going to be a toss. And Sanchez will go nowhere. As a matter of fact, he might lose 2 yards there, so it's going to be about 2nd and 12 for the Roswell Coyotes as the Coyotes are in Los Lunas territory. 2nd and about 13 is what they're saying. We're here at Tiger Stadium in Los Lunas, New Mexico. About 82 degrees here on a beautiful night. Beautiful facilities. Pistol dropping back. Manny Fuentes and Pistol dropping back the pass. Dumps it off.
And is that Segala? I can't tell who made the reception.
I thought it was Giovanni Apodaca,
okay.
but let me get a number here.
No, I think you're right.
It is Giovanni Apodaca. The Roswell Coyotes wearing all white, gray numbers. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Speed option again to the left. Fuentes in trouble, but decides to take it himself. He's still on his feet, about 30-yard line, and it's going to be close to the first down.
If he's got the 30, he's got it.
Let's see the spot here, and it looks like he might be shy of a yard here. It looks like.
Nope, he's putting the one finger up.
Okay, you see it on your side, Coach?
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be first down, Roswell Coyotes. This is the first drive. 0-0, 7:14 remaining in the first quarter. Coyotes threatening.
And, Coach, you're going to see this from both quarterbacks today. They're throwers, but they're also runners.
Oh, wow. Look at this right here. That's going to be number 4. That's going to be Christian Hernandez as Fuentes tosses it over to the right side, and it looks like somebody shot that A gap and trips Fuentes, but good job by Fuentes to gain control with the toss, and Hernandez will get about 2-3 yards.
Yeah, and that's just a play where that's just 3 yards in the score sheet, but that was a very good play because it wasn't a turnover or a loss. Good job by Manny on that one.
Pistol formation again, and here's Fuentes. Going to hand it off again to Hernandez, and Hernandez is hit about the line of scrimmage. Good size defensively for the Los Lunas Tigers. I'm looking at number 78, Coach, right there, and boy, isn't he big. Andrew Maldonado, the defensive tackle, senior, and he's every bit of, well, let's just put it this way, he's a big fella. 3rd and 8. It's going to be empty set. Trips to the bottom here. Twins to the top. Fuentes getting direction from Jeff Lynn.
And I'm thinking a pass to the sideline here, Coach.
Well, he's going to go take a shot. Nice pass, spiral, and touchdown, Coyotes. And that looks like that's number 13.
Yep.
Josh Estrada. What a pass by Fuentes. Boy, that was a nice spiral, good hang time, and even a better job by Josh Estrada getting under it. Coyotes strike first, 6-0 here in the first quarter, 5 minutes and 49 seconds. And I know Coach McDonald, we got to start saying Kelly and Art here tomorrow, but Coach McDonald tonight. But Kennard is up and good, 7-0. The Roswell Coyotes do lead here in this first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Welcome back to Roswell High School football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM K&D Radio. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, live from Tiger Stadium in Los Lunas, New Mexico. Kyle strike first on a 31-yard touchdown pass from Manny Fuentes to Estrada. PAT's up and good.
Well, and it's doubly good, Coach, because Los Lunas started with the football. The Coyotes kicked off, so that means they got, the first possession. They took care of business and got the turnover and then scored on their first offensive possession. So they're ahead in the overall game here. Oh, and here's a little pop-up.
Well, what they're doing, Coach, is trying to avoid the starburst.
Yeah, and they do that, but they do give up pretty good field position in the process.
Well, that's just telling me, good run by Fabian Trujillo for the Los Lunas Tigers, but that's just telling me that Coach Bolaños has total faith in his defense. I mean, to go ahead. The Los Lunas Tigers have great field I lost my train of thought there. Field possession there, so it's going to be first down from the 42-yard line.
Jonathan Barraza with the special teams tackle.
So Sermon's the quarterback. Going to hand that off one more time, and oh, what a hit.
And was that Truex or George? It was neither. It was number 54, and that is Damian Quezada. Nice hitting the gap there and getting to the running back, and an even better wrap-up tackle because he put the big hit on, but he didn't let him get away.
Absolutely. Second down, and they're going to say 2nd and 10, so no yards on the play. Sermons, we'll talk about him in just a moment. Good baseball player for the Tigers. Good arm, but he is in trouble, and boy, he is going to dodge a bullet. He might get 2 yards if he's lucky.
Yeah, he'll pick up positive yardage there a little bit, but that's what they want to do. They want to make him scramble, make him not be able to survey the field and see those receivers down the field, and then, of course, contain, and did a real good job of it right there. And maybe just 1.5. I mean, that's...
Well, they're going to give him credit for 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8. But then there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, they called the penalty on the Coyotes. I never saw the indication. They just pointed that way, but it's going to
be a first down for Los Lunas.
I guess it's just a 10-yard penalty. 10-yard defensive penalty, Coach?
That's exactly what it is. So 1st and 10 from the 46, middle part of the field. Coyotes threatening here. Defensively, they're going to take a shot. There's Sermons. He's going to take a shot too, and he overthrows it. The strong-arm quarterback is going to have an incomplete pass. The pass was intended for number 3, Ethan Baca. But, Coach, that was easily 45 yards in the air.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you the arm that Sermons has, but well covered on that side, and I believe that's
Anaya.
Is it Anaya?
Well, I see Anaya in the vicinity.
Yeah, it's either Anaya or Gallegos, but...
Well, they're both right there. Look like they're playing that cover 2 coverage there now, so it looks like they're switching up. So it could have been Gallegos and maybe Anaya, but anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 10. There's the handoff.
Oh.
Wow, good job by the Roswell Coyotes defensively.
Yeah, and that's a big tackle for a loss there as the Coyotes help him up afterwards, but that is the player that is in for Eli Lynn, and that's number 66, Mason Greathouse, with the big tackle for loss there. The sophomore, I thought he had a good showing last week playing in relief, I guess you'd say, of Eli Lynn as well.
3rd and 14 now, mid part of the field, right hash. Score 7-0 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Paul Sermons dropping back to pass. Looking left, looking right, and he is going to be sacked. And I do see number 7, Jorge Chavez.
Yeah, but it was Cheeto there first. Jorge cleaned it. George cleaned it up, but that was Cheeto's sack there.
So Chavez will get the assist.
Yeah, you might go half sack on that, but he was not getting away from Cheeto, even though George cleaned it up. Great penetration in defense by both those players, of course. And that puts the Tigers with the 4th and 20. That puts them in the punting situation, and it looks like is that Monreal or is it?
Well, it looks like Gallegos.
It looks like Wes Gallegos back. The normal punt returner, of course, would be Isaac Loya, but he is serving his 1-game suspension.
Oh, and almost blocked. And it's going to be a good bounce for Los Lunas.
Good punt and a good bounce. Going to bounce all the way to the end zone.
Oh, maybe all the way to the 1.
The half-yard line.
Wow.
Yeah, incredible bounce on that. First of all, the punt was almost blocked. I mean, inches from being blocked. Manages to get it away, and it takes the Tiger bounce and goes in all the way down to the 1.
Well, Caden Bell, number 1, the punter for the Los Lunas Tigers. Coach, did you see what he did right there? He acts like he's golfing right there and takes a little swing, and, boy, he was very happy for that.
Well, yeah, he made that one spin, didn't he?
7-0. If you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald here at Tiger Stadium in Los Lunas, New Mexico. And here comes the Roswell Coyotes in in the Los Lunas Tigers end zone. And it looks like Manny Fuentes will take it out, maybe get a yard.
Yeah, we can't tell in the scrum there, but it looks like they're going to give him one, maybe two. Looks like they're going to give him two. And that's just try to get out of your own end zone with that play. I would expect something similar here.
Well, I'm going to be a bit surprised. There it is. A little handoff for Coyotes, and there's a fumble. And it looks like Los Lunas might have covered it.
They did for sure, and that was Kennard, who got the 2 yards but then fumbled.
Okay, so Los Lunas will take over.
Well, and a fumble in that area of the field, Coach, is basically like a pick six. I mean, you're going to be hard-pressed to keep him out of the end zone now. Tigers will take over from the Coyotes 6-yard line with an excellent chance here to tie the score or take the lead.
Okay, so the Los Lunas Tigers going to go slot to the left here. There's going to be the handoff to number 26, and that's Cash Aragon, the 5'7" senior.
Going to get about 2 yards. Another tackle from Quezada there. We're calling his name a bunch already. Quezada, of course, the Mike linebacker, middle linebacker for the Coyotes. So he'll be in on a lot of tackles.
Okay, once again, there's Sermon. He's going to hand it off again. And, oh, what a play.
And that was George there first.
Defensively, that's Jorge Chavez right there. Good job shooting the gap, and there's not going to be any gain on that play.
No, that's a tackle for loss there.
Absolutely.
That's at least one, if not two. I guess just one. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal at the 5. So now you start to get nervous if you're the Tigers, feel like you have to score here.
Well, it's a minute 30. You're 3rd and 5 from the 5, and here's Sermon's dropping back to pass. And he is under pressure once again. And, boy, he's going to be sacked.
And
I think that is going to be number
George
70,
again.
71, too. Noah Lynn is involved in the tackle.
Yeah, I'm going to give George and Noah Lynn the half sack on that one.
All right, number 1, Caden Bell is set to kick the field goal.
Coach, unless this is a fake for a touchdown, this is a huge win for the Coyote defense. Make or miss.
And it looks like it's going to be good. So 7-3 is the score.
And how about a real commercial this time?
Okay, let's do it, Coach. Hey, we'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium here in Los Lunas, New Mexico. Los Lunas gets on the board with a 24-yard field goal by Caden Bell. Score now is 7-3. Coach McDonald, what are your thoughts on this first quarter?
Well, I'm happy if I'm the Roswell Coyotes. We deferred, won the toss. That's something you want to do. Stop them on their first possession, got a turnover, 2 things you definitely want to do. March right down the field and score, that's another big one. And then we have the turnover, which obviously we don't want, but we get the hold them to only 3 points. So if I'm Jeff Lynn and the staff, I'm as pleased as I can be. You hate the fumble. Everything else has gone just how you'd want it to.
Caden Bell is set to kick for Los Lunas, and I think that Los Lunas will kind of do the same thing that Roswell High did. They're not going to kick it deep, I don't think, because the Roswell Coyotes will go into starburst formation. But look at that, Coach.
Yeah, too
Stand
deep.
corrected. It was way deep.
If you can kick it that deep, it's okay. That was 6 yards out the back of the end zone.
Well, Greg Hennington, he has full faith in his kicker. And I'm going to tell you right now, This might come down to the wire.
Well, we're expecting a good competitive game here, and that's exactly what we've gotten so far. Roswell High defense and offense have impressed, like I said, throughout that fumble, and it's just exactly the way you'd want to start the football game.
Roswell Coyotes will take over on the 20-yard line, middle part of the field, 1st and 10. Score is 7-3. Fuentes, the quarterback, in pistol formation. Let's see if the Coyotes will have motion here. It's going to be a tight formation.
No play.
There's going to be a flag on the play, so it looks like there's false start on the Roswell Coyotes. And they're saying 23.
Yeah.
That can't be.
No, it's not on 23. I'm thinking it could be on 22 or 30, but 23 isn't here. It's going to back the Coyotes up to their own 20-yard line, 15-yard line.
15-yard line, yeah. Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 15. And Manny Fuentes still in pistol formation. And there's the handoff, and it appears to be Bryce Sanchez. And it's going to be bring it up 2nd down.
Yeah, give Bryce 2 there. Yards have been hard coming for Bryce so far, but that's okay in the first quarter. You want to wear him down. And I like the fake on the handoff there from Fuentes. He's had 2 or 3 successful runs already, so that makes that fake all the more effective.
Defensively for Los Lunas, we're looking at that big front of the Tigers, and I keep on looking at number 78, Coach. He is a big fella, Andrew Maldonado, and that's going to end the quarter already. So at the end of 1, the Coyotes lead at 7-3. We're going to be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell Tech FM.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KND Radio. The score is 7-3. Roswell leads in the first quarter. 31-yard touchdown pass by Manny Fuentes to number 13, Josh Estrada. PAT was good. Kyle struck first, and then had a fumble by Kennard. And then, of course, Los Lunas kicks a 24-yard field goal by Caden Bell. Makes the score 7-3. 26 minutes for that first quarter. It flew by quick.
Boy, it did, and we're not used to that. Any of the games we've been doing have kind of been drag-out affairs. That was a quick one.
Manny Fuentes driving back to pass. He's under pressure, and he is going to be sacked, and it looks like there's a fumble, and Fuentes loses the ball. And it looks like the Los Lunas Tigers will have the ball at about the 3-yard line. Actually, it's going to be about the 6-yard line from this area.
Yeah, just held the ball too long there. I mean, you could see that rusher coming from the outside seemed like forever.
Well, Fuentes was actually rolling out to the left side and then tried to turn back up and then gets hit hard and loses the ball. So it's going to be 1st and 8 from the 8.
So 2 fumbles inside their own 10-yard line. And they ask a lot of the defense again.
Shovel pass there, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Los Lunas Tigers as Fabian Trujillo gets in. So 8-yard touchdown for number 2, Fabian Trujillo.
Yeah, and Coach Lynn has got to be pretty upset with his skill players right now. He's got 2 fumbles out of his 3 offensive possessions, and both of them inside the 10-yard line. I mean, you can keep going to the well with our defense and keep asking them to make plays and bail you out, but this is tough.
Well, in order for the Roswell Coyotes to win this ball game, they're going to have to eliminate the penalties and eliminate the turnovers. It's going to be good. The PAT for Caden Bell is up and good. 10-0 now. 3-point deficit for the Roswell Coyotes. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Zena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Zena Security Services today, 575-626-3521, 575-626-3521.
10-7 is your score here at Tiger Stadium in Las Lunas, New Mexico. The Tigers do lead. And I'm going to tell you, Coach, the turnovers are hurting the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned turnovers and you mentioned penalties. We have had the one penalty, which we're still not sure what it was, 10-yard defensive penalty, but it's been the turnovers. And just got to take care of the football, always the first priority.
Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on KSVP, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KSVP TV, audio only.
Another boomer.
I will tell you one thing that I am very impressed with is this, number one, Caden Bell has a leg.
He does, doesn't he? He's booted his two kickoffs, one completely out of the end zone, the other one about 6 yards deep. And is he the punter as well, or was that punt somebody else that they dropped inside the one?
I believe he was the punter as well.
Yeah, I think so too. So
yes.
Yeah, he's impressive, and he's a senior. He looks like somebody who might be able to kick at the next level.
It's very possible. So the Roswell Coyotes will take over from the 20-yard line. Here in just a moment, Kelly, we're going to talk a little football throughout the state, rankings and everything else, okay?
Very good.
So there is going to be a run for the Roswell Coyotes.
And I think it was Hernandez, but no, it was Kennard. So Peyton Kennard with positive yardage there. We'll give him 3.
2nd and 7, exactly 3. 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looks like the Las Lunas Tigers are going to bring the house here. There's going to be a toss from Fuentes to Sanchez, and Sanchez will have a first down.
He will. 7 on that carry. And no need to panic here. It's just a 3-point game, but you just hate the way you gave up those. Actually, you love the way you gave up the 3 points.
Right.
From a defensive standpoint, you hate the way you got in that position by fumbling the football.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1st and 10 from the 30 left hash, and pistol formation once again for Fuentes. There's going to be another toss. And Sanchez is off to the races. It's going to be a first down and more. That's going to be plus
19.
19 for Sanchez, so good run for Bryce Sanchez. Big crowd here in Las Lunas, New Mexico.
Yeah, and that last couple of plays will make you think you want to keep it on the ground. Good job by the offensive line. We're going to talk about those guys in the trenches a little more today, Coach. Always doing a great job, but especially that offensive line today.
Well, and you're talking about that left side is Remy Villa, number 76. He stands about 6'1", 255. And then, of course, that left guard in Jesus Campos, about 5'10", 300 pounds. So there's some good size linemen there. And then, of course, you can't count out Lucius Moore. He's about 220. So good size from the center to the left is good size. And there's that toss sweep once again, and it's going to be a first down again for the Roswell Coyotes. So 3 first downs on this drive. 10-7 is the score. 10:04 remaining in this second quarter. The first quarter was 26 minutes one of the fastest scorers I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and the play selection so far, Coach, has been 16-3 run pass. So
speed up.
Go ahead.
No, speed option to the right.
Yeah, they were waiting on that one.
And that's going to be Christian Hernandez with the ball. He might lose one, possibly two. They're going to say 1 yard, so it will be second. No, Coach, it will be 2-yard loss. So it'll be second and 12 now from the right hash.
That's okay. Keep grounding it out. I'm okay with that.
6-man front for defensively for the for the defense, Los Lunas Tigers, and just like that, Fuentes rolls out to the left and he dumps it off. It is going to be caught. It will be another first down for the Roswell Coyotes. And that's exactly what the Roswell Coyotes want to do. They fake that toss, Coach, and you see the line coming to the other side here.
Who got the completion on that, Coach?
We're going to get you that number here in just a moment.
I think it was Estrada. I think I heard the public address say Estrada.
It is Estrada.
Okay.
So it's going to be first and 10 from the 21 now, and there's going to be another toss. There's Bryce Sanchez now. And I'm going to tell you, Coach, we're talking about that line as we were making the ride from Roswell to Los Lunas. That left part of the line for the Roswell Coyotes is doing the job right now. You have Remy Villa, Jesus Campos, and Lucius Moore really doing a good job up front for the Roswell Coyotes as that toss sweep is working. And let's see, it gives Manny Fuentes that opportunity to fake it and maybe roll out to the right, but give a little boot and see what happens here on this play. 2nd and 5 from the 16. 10-7 is your score. 8:44 remaining in this first half. It is going to be Fuentes in pistol formation. Twins to the top. And Fuentes is going to hand it off once again to Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez will have positive yardage once again. And the Coyotes are kind of running over the Tigers on this drive.
They are, and showing how many weapons they have in the rushing game, and just showing how hard they run, whether it's Christian Hernandez, Bryce Sanchez, Kennard. You know, those guys run over you.
And it's going to be a touchdown. Bryce Sanchez from 14 yards out. And, wow, again, this line for the Roswell Coyotes doing their job tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they announced their presence with authority there, and capped off by the 14-yard touchdown run from Bryce Sanchez. His 9th carry of the half, 58 yards, and now the touchdown as the point after from Kennard here is good, it appears, and that will make the score 14-10 Coyotes, and we'll take a break. Thanks for tuning in. KSVPTV.com audio and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Time is running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off. If you have the best brisket or best ribs, you could win $500. Judging begins at 4 p.m. this Saturday, and entry is free. Call Richland to register or go online to rlchevrolet.com and click the About Us tab. The cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. The barbecue competition is open to anyone. Time's running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football. And what a run it was by Bryce Sanchez as he gets into the end zone. 14-yard touchdown run. PAT is up and good. 14-10, and this is exactly what we talked about. This is what we expected, and what a game it is. You have the Roswell Coyotes currently ranked 11th overall in the state of New Mexico, and the Los Lunas Tigers ranked 9th overall in the state of New Mexico. We'll talk about classifications here in just a moment. But, man, what a job the front line of the Roswell Coyotes are doing in this second quarter.
Yeah, just running over people on that drive. 80-yard drive, 60 of that was on running plays. So great job by the line, as you said.
And there's the kick. It is returnable. The Tigers will go into starburst. And, it looked like almost a face mask behind number 16 there. And that looks like Zy Carrasco. But they didn't call it.
Boy, they didn't. And
we saw it from up here.
We did. And the player was asking for it. And the official appeared to be right there. But there's no hanky on the field, so it's just going to be a special teams tackle for Zy Carrasco.
Well, good angle by Zy, and Man, what it was, but I tell you what, I think we dodged the bullet right there on that play.
We did, and we sniffed out the starburst really well, and had it covered well. But you don't need to grab the grill.
There's going to be a handoff now to number 2, Fabian Trujillo, and he's off to the races. He will have first down and more, and finally he is going to be out of bounds around the 47-yard line of the Roswell Coyotes. 14-10 is the score, 7:53 remaining in this first half. And if you get a moment here, if anybody has scores from around the state, we haven't had a chance to look at our internet yet, please give us a text message and we'll announce that over the air. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, so they're going to mark it at the 49-yard line of the Roswell Coyotes. So Sarahman is the quarterback. He will hand it off once again. And good defense by number 6, Robert Truex.
Yeah, first time we called his name on defense. Nice job there.
They're going to call that 1-yard gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 from midfield. Roswell Coyotes lining up. Cover 3. And there's going to be a pass by Sermons, and it's going to be caught. But good defensive play by Wes Gallegos.
Yeah, limiting that after the catch, but a nice, not enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
It will be 3rd and short, Coach. They're going to call it 3rd and 1 now. Kyle's playing it looks like about a cover 3 defense. Wes Gallegos filtering in now. They're going to adjust defensively. Now possibly a cover 2 situation. There's going to be a flag on the play. So let's see what happens here. I'm looking at this defensively.
Those usually go on the offense, but that is on. It's going to wind up being a first down, 5-yard penalty on the Coyotes. Usually you don't see that. They let the play go, but.
Yeah, so they're going to call it a first down. Okay, so 1st and 10 from the 38. So you kind of have an empty set. There's some motion now by Trujillo. He is off to the races, and he might go in.
Oh, they won't
It's going to be close. They did catch him. Good pursuit angle.
Yeah, kept him from scoring, but gets all the way down to about the 2.
Yep.
And I can't see the numbers this far away to see it's that player running back across the field here. Coach, do you have a number here?
Well, I will have a number here in just a moment. It looks like Wes Gallegos, but
stopped him.
Good stop there. If you notice, Coach, the Los Lunas Tigers are going into a no-huddle offense. I'm still trying to see here on the down here from the angle that we're at. It was Wes Gallegos on that great pursuit angle and saving tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 2 from the 2.
And Lomelli, among others, for the tackle for a loss on the 1st and goal.
Coach, it's going to looks like the Roswell Coyotes might take a timeout. I beg your pardon, Coach. It's going to be Los Lunas that takes the timeout. So let's stay here.
Okay.
And everybody, thanks for listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. The Roswell Coyotes lead 14-10. KSVP TV is going to be audio
only.
Audio only. So let's talk a little overall football here. Looks like the Cleveland Storm is currently ranked number 1. The La Cueva Bears ranked number 2. Centennial, the Hawks, ranked number 3. Hobbs Eagles went from 5 to 4. And then the Piedra Vista Panthers at 5. Rio Rancho, the Rams at 6. Volcano Vista 7. Cibola 8. Los Lunas 9. Artesia 10. And Roswell 11. And that is, according to New Mexico High School Max Prep's rankings, 2nd and 2 now. And there's going to be, it's going to be touchdown.
Yeah.
The Tigers are in. It looks like Trujillo will get in. So Trujillo from 2 yards out.
Coach, I've got a score from the Bulldog Bowl.
Talk to me.
Deming is just scored on a long touchdown in the second quarter. There are just under 8 minutes left in the second quarter there, and they're kicking the extra point now, and it's good. But they trail Artesia. Artesia leads at 36-7 there in the second quarter, so Artesia all over the Deming Wildcats.
All right, and there's going to be that strong leg of Bell to make it 16-14 Los Lunas. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening and watching 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP audio only. We'll be right back here in just a moment.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Xena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Xena Security Services today, 575-626-3521, 575-626-3521.
All right, 17-14.
Back and forth game.
Yes, it is. 17-14, Los Lunas leads on a 2-yard touchdown run by Fabian Trujillo. PAT was up and good. Man, what a ball game here.
Got a score from Hagerman. Hagerman leads New Mexico Military 6-0. That one's in the second quarter.
Tell me the score again from Roswell.
I don't have a score from Roswell just yet.
Okay, we'll get one of that here in just a moment. And, wow, Caden Bell just kicked that through the field goal.
Golly, that kid's got a leg. Here's a district score, Coach. Sorry to interrupt you there, you mentioned the Centennial Hawks as the number 3 team ranked in the state right now. They are all over Mayfield in Mayfield, 28-0 in the second quarter.
Wow. Well, Mayfield is ranked number 5 in the 5A classification, Max Preps. And they lost to Oregon Mountain 24-7 last week.
Yeah, that Oregon Mountain team's an up-and-coming program.
1st and 10 now for the 20, Roswell Coyotes. And there's Pistol again. There's going to be the handoff. And this time Sanchez will go nowhere.
Yeah, even the wrong way. We're going to have to give him a -2 on that carry. Coyotes are definitely committed to the run, especially after the result of that last possession, offensive possession for the Coyotes.
So let's see what happens here. It looks like Sagala is going to be split out here to the right. It's going to be shotgun right, and there's going to be a fake handoff, and the strong arm quarterback dumps it off, and it will be complete. And it looked like that was...
Yeah, try to get me a name on that one.
Well, it couldn't have been 8, but it looked like it was Sebastian Mendoza.
Okay. So a 5-yard completion is going to bring up a more manageable 3rd down for the Coyotes.
Yeah, it's going to be actually 3rd and 7 from the 23, and now we're going to go into an empty set possibly. We are an empty set. So it's going to be trips down here to the bottom, Twins to the top. Fuentes dropping back to pass. He was going to take a shot, and wow, what a throw by Fuentes. But it's going to be overthrown for an incomplete pass.
About 45.
45 yards in the air and overthrew him.
It's going to bring up a punting situation for the Coyotes. And a couple of interesting scores here. We talked about Oregon Mountain, the team that I feel is on the rise. They're hanging with Rio Rancho right now. They're losing 7-3. Hobbs Eagles lead Lovington 14-6 in the second quarter. That game is in Lovington. And still looking for a Goddard score.
And there's going to be a nice kick. It is returnable and dropped.
And then the player is dropped.
From the 30. Okay, so the Los Lunas Tigers will take over about the 31-yard line.
And, Coach, I think that was Jacob Cedillo.
It was.
On the special teams tackle. Nicely done. So, Jacob Cedillo Number 15. Yeah, excellent punt by Kennard. And I'm going to say, wow, about a 45-yard punt.
Yes, right about 45.
And no return.
Okay, Sermon's going to take a shot here on, oh, look at the arm on that kid.
Oh, it's going to be a pick. That's
That is going to be a pick, but they're going to call offensive pass interference.
They can't
possibly
call it on the defense.
Well, we're going to find out, but Sermons throws it in the air, and it is picked off by Wes Gallegos. But the Zebras are going to come together and talk about it.
If they call that on us, I'm sorry, that's a terrible travesty because Wesley was interfered with. The guy had his jersey, had his arm. Wesley still managed to make the interception. And we'll see who it's on. Here's the call, pass interference. Oh, my goodness.
No, I disagree with that call. That is
absolutely not.
Not pass interference.
Absolutely not. It was pass interference, but it was
not defensively.
Yeah, it was offensive pass interference. They're going to look at that on film, and hopefully the officials do their due diligence and go back and watch the games that they call. We don't get on officials here. It's not what we're all about, but they absolutely missed that call. We had a perfect angle on it, and that's just a shame because just a tremendous defensive play by Wesley Gallegos, and he's going over to talk to the official, and I'm sure he's being respectful about it just because I happen to know that kid. But
right,
I'll tell you what, he's asking, what did I do? I'll tell you what you did, Wes. Nothing wrong. You made a tremendous play. A guy draped all over you, and you made the interception.
Well, I have a score in Roswell. It is 21-7, but we'll find out exactly who that top score belongs to.
Well, they're playing Mira, so I'm pretty sure Goddard's up.
Okay, all right. Okay, it is confirmed.
Well, that's just terrible, Coach, and we're going to watch that on film as we always do, and I'm sorry, you're just not going to convince me that was the correct call. They blew that one, and unfortunately it should have been turnover for the Coyotes. Let's see if the defense can still step up here and at least get a stop.
2nd and 9 now. Here's Sermons dropped back to pass. He is in trouble, and he is still on his feet. And good tackle by number 16, Zai Carrasco.
Yeah, and Gallegos in on that tackle too, but they should have had Sermons back 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and somehow he escapes to get, I guess they're going to say first down yardage.
Yeah, they're going to call it first down, but I'm going to tell you, Sermons, again, he is just a hoss out there. He stands about 6 foot, 195, 200 pounds, and runs well.
He does, and hard to get down.
It's my understanding that potentially he might. I think he's trying to look at University of New Mexico in the near future if everything works out for the young man. Oh wow, Fabian Trujillo brought down for a loss of about 10.
Yeah, it'll depend on the spot. It looks like it's going to be only about 7. Yeah, maybe 8. It's a good spot. I'm not saying that. It's a good spot, but nothing but coyotes in the backfield there. I didn't see who initially got to him and slung him backwards by his jersey. He didn't make the tackle, but by the time he got him turned around, all his friends were there to.
Well, it looked like that was number 7.
Yeah, I think that finished him off.
Yeah, finished him off was Jorge Chavez. So 2nd and long. Quick pass there by Sermons. Oh, wow, what a hit.
And I believe that is Quezada. No, well.
That's number 52.
It wasn't his Molinar.
No, that's Molinar. Vernon Molinar with a nice hit.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11.
Well, there's going to be a timeout by the Coyotes. Let's take one, too. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. You're listening and watching 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVP TV audio only.
Time is running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off. If you have the best brisket or best ribs, you could win $500. Judging begins at 4 p.m. this Saturday, and entry is free. Call Richland to register or go online to rlchevrolet.com and click the About Us tab. The cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. The barbecue competition is open to anyone. Time's running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
Los Lunas lead 17-14 here in the second quarter. 2:54 remaining. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald here in Los Lunas, New Mexico. And what a game it has been. It is going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. Sermon, the quarterback, can be shotgun right. Twins down to the bottom. Sermon's under pressure, and he is going to be sacked by the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, and Coach, they've got to punt now. If they would have got 3 or 4 yards out of that, or maybe even an incomplete pass, they might think about going for it from the Coyote 44. But the big sack there.
That looked like Sylvester Lomeli.
Yeah, I believe it was Cheeto in there. And that's his second sack of the day.
Well, that is going to be 4th down and 17. You know, the ball doesn't lie.
Well, with just 2:41 remaining here in the second quarter, Art, I think the Coyotes can go down and score and get the lead back. It's been an entertaining game, and you know we've had turnovers, we've had big plays, we've had good defense, we've had some questionable calls on at least a couple, and just a typical good football game between two good teams.
17-14, and again, we apologize. I know KSVP TV is audio only, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KND Radio. The score is 17-14. The Los Lunas Tigers, they do lead with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left until halftime. And let's see, what do we have here, Kelly?
I think we got Gallegos back to receive the punt. And, man, I'd love to see him get a good run back here after he was robbed of that interception. Low snap.
Rob Peter to pay Paul, did he?
And high and short, not returnable, and it'll be down 27-yard line?
27-yard line, so the Roswell Coyotes will take over about the, let's see the spot here. It's going to be about the 27-yard line. Lightning.
Yeah, I saw it out there too, Coach.
I want to check something here.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
I'm not
say
going to.
Don't say the L word.
Yes.
It did appear to be in the distance, kind of down towards even the other side of the river. So I think we're.
We're just fine.
All right, offense back on the field. Still time to run the ball here with the no-huddle offense that the Coyotes prefer. He will be passed, though. Fuentes going down the sideline and throws it out of bounds, not really catchable near midfield. As we check on weather conditions.
Oh, it's way out, so
we're seeing lightning 33 miles away.
Well, it sure did look closer than that, but it is 33 miles away. So, all right, it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Coyotes. Incomplete pass by Fuentes. Pistol formation again. Trio right. Speed option to the left, and Fuentes will decide to take it himself, and he is.
Yeah, he's knocked way back, but forward progress is going to be I think they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a run for none yards, as the great John Madden used to say. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long here, though, and that's the situation you didn't want to be in. You've got the clock running. We're going to be inside 2 minutes momentarily. So don't really want to give the ball back to him. So a 1st down here is going to go a long way for the Coyotes here in the first half.
Okay, Coach, we're empty set again, and we got trips down here to the bottom, and Fuentes, the strong-arm quarterback, has out man open. Oh, wow.
And I'm not seeing is that Weathers? No, it's Estrada.
No, it's Estrada, but he is thinking he was touched. He's wanting pass interference.
Yeah. I didn't see interference, of course, on the opposite side of the field, not like the previous play that was right in front of us. It's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to have to bring Kennard in to punt.
Well, from this angle here, Coach, it did look like he was touched a little bit, so I kind of agree with Josh Estrada. Okay, so it's going to be a 4th and a long 10 from the 28. Kennard will be the punter for the Coyotes. And
Boomer.
It is a nice punt. Trujillo has some running room. And finally going to be brought down about the 26-yard line of the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, that's disastrous. I mean, that's just, you had time to maybe go down and score possibly. Instead, you know, you run 2 passes in a running play for no yards and stop the clock. And a good return means you could be giving up points here in the last minute 28 of the second quarter. So it's going to be on the defense again. How many times have we said it early in the season?
Cash Aragon will have positive yardage. Looks like he might have about 6 or 7 yards.
A good gain on first down there for Los Lunas, and plenty of time for them to score. That will allow the clock to keep running here. We approach 1 minute, but they've got plenty of time as they're on the 18-yard line.
Sermons almost loses the ball, but oh, wow. Cash Aragon is hit hard, and I do see a number 6 in Robert Truex once again.
Yeah, nice play there, and we'll see if a timeout is called. It is.
All right, let's take a timeout, too. We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV.com audio only.
Time is running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off. If you have the best brisket or best ribs, you could win $500. Judging begins at 4 p.m. this Saturday, and entry is free. Call Richland to register or go online to rlchevrolet.com and click the About Us tab. The cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. The barbecue competition is open to anyone. Time's running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
17-14, the Los Lunas do lead, and threatening as it is a 3rd and 3 from the 19. They are in Coyote territory. Sermons and shotgun right, and there is going to be a fake handoff, and Sermons is in trouble, and wow, what a hit! And bring down Sermons, and once again, I see number 7, Jorge Chavez, and
Zy
Carrasco.
And that is a huge sack there for the defense. I think they're going to bring kicker out, aren't they?
Well,
yeah.
If you have a kicker like Caden Bell, I would too.
Yeah, I would. You know, plenty of leg. It's just a matter of getting it between the uprights here and, you know, getting your good
Look how far this
protection.
is going to be here. This is from the 35-yard line, so 45.
Yeah, 45-yard
45-yard attempt for Caden Bell, and that looks like that is going to be no good.
Boy, I thought it was in, but they're going to say it was off to the left. Yeah, I mean, it had to be off to the left. It wasn't right. You know, he was kicking all the way from the right hash, so, you know, that makes the angle tougher. It makes the goalpost narrower. I mean, if you're not straight away, they get more narrow the farther away from straight away you get. And he just kind of sent it off to the left there, and so the Coyotes dodge yet another bullet here with 1 second left in the quarter. And
Caden Bell, the kid, has a leg. I mean, there was plenty of distance. I thought it was in, but
I thought
from our angle at least.
Yeah, I thought he made it too, and you know, would have been good from 50, 52 distance-wise, but just missed it off to the left.
Well, let's see what happens. 1 second left. Let's see if.
Well, you better take a knee.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I see Coach Lynn, and there's going to be a flag on the play. So they're going to have a penalty on the Roswell Coyotes.
I can't imagine.
Is that on Jeff Lynn?
Well, let's see if you can see what the call is from the white hat here. I can't imagine what penalty you even get in this situation, but maybe delay? Ball's on the 20. No, it's an unsportsmanlike because the bench is too far out on the field.
Oh.
So it's a 5-yard penalty.
So I would imagine that Manny Fuentes will take a knee, but
Never
here it
know.
is, empty set right now.
Empty set, not under center.
He's going to take a shot, Coach.
Yeah.
And there's going to be the strong arm quarterback, Manny Fuentes. He has an eligible man open, and that is 50 yards in the air. Coach, we have two excellent quarterbacks facing each other.
They can both chuck it, can't they?
And they can chunk it. Well,
is there a flag or no?
So they're saying there's time on the clock here. So let's see what's going on.
So maybe was there not just 1 second? I thought that's what the.
Well, it did say 1 second. Now it says 7 seconds.
Well, if he tried it once, I don't know why he wouldn't try it again. Now, doing this is dangerous. I mean, there are risks involved. You get a bad snap and it rolls in the end zone, you're really in trouble. But we'll see what kind of formation they get in. It's going to be the same.
Empty set again. You got trips to the top, twins to the bottom. Fuentes, the quarterback. And there's going to be, he's going to take a shot once again. He might run it out, and that's probably the smart thing to do. He's still on his feet. Fuentes still going. He's at the 45, 50, 40,
he's got
30,
one man to beat.
20. Oh, he's going all the way. He's going all the way.
Goodness.
Touchdown, Manny Fuentes. Touchdown, Manny Fuentes.
You have got to be kidding me. 85 yards on a scramble.
85 yards on a scramble. He's under pressure. He doesn't have anybody open. He was going out of bounds. He dodged that bullet, and he goes 85 yards for the touchdown.
Wow. I can't believe what I just saw. I mean, we weren't even really excited about it until he got.
Well, I can tell you this right now.
2/3 the way through the run.
Mr. Gene Dow, that is going to be the play of the week.
That was insane.
PAT is up and good. Oh.
Wow.
I think I've seen a lot of things in my life, but the Roswell Coyotes lead 21-17 at halftime. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wild first half.
We're going to take a break. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV audio only.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
August is back to school month. It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to keep safety in mind as you send loved ones off to school. Central Valley Electric Cooperative would like to share some safety tips to keep in mind. Slow down and watch for school zones. Put your phone away. Don't get distracted. Stop for buses loading or unloading students. CVE wishes everyone a safe transition back to school. Remember to be safe and be smart this school year.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Welcome back to Roswell High School football. I'm telling you, what a first half it was, and an 85-yard touchdown run by Manny Fuentes with no time on the clock to end halftime. Coach McDonald and I were talking about get out of bounds, take a knee, but yet he doesn't give up and goes 85 yards for the touchdown with one man to beat. He kind of was gassed a little bit, but he just trucked it, and I tell you what a play it was.
Well, and you know, not just Manny not giving up on that play. Downfield blockers.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody kept going. And you know, I'll look back on film, as we always do, and see what happened with the defense. Maybe the defense kind of thought he was going to go out of bounds or kind of thought their teammates had him down. And I tell you what, that's as crazy a run as I've seen since we've been doing this, partner. That was something else.
Well, Coach, the score's 21-0. We're here at halftime. You have any stats for us?
I do.
Let's talk to me.
All right. Special teams statistics. Peyton Kennard 3 for 3 on extra points and a solid 45-yard punt in the first half. Defensively, Coyotes were led by Cheeto Lomelli, 4 tackles and 2 of those being sacks. George Chavis also had 4 with 1.5 sacks. 3 tackles of those 4 were for losses. Wes Gallegos, Robert Truex, Vernon Molinar each chipping in 2. Zach Carrasco with 3, including a sack. Damian Quezada 3 tackles. Noah Lynn, Jonathan Barraza, Nate Quintero, Mason Greathouse, and let's see, Jacob Cedillo each chipping in with 1 tackle and 1 fumble recovery from Wes Gallegos as well. And Wes really had an interception, Coach, and I'm going to quit talking about that. All right. Offensively, kind of a strange offensive half for the Coyotes. Manny Fuentes was kind of a pedestrian 4 for 8 for 61 yards and a touchdown. He also had a fumble. He was started off kind of hot, 4 for his first 4, and then 4 incompletions to get to that 4 and 8 position there. But he did have the touchdown pass, and boy, did he have a touchdown run. Receiving those 4 balls were Sebastian Mendoza. He had 1 catch for 5 yards. Giovanni Apodaca 1 catch for 6, and Josh Estrada 2 catches for 50 yards. 1 of those was a touchdown. And then we get to the running game in the first half. Sebastian Mendoza 1 carry minus 4 yards. Peyton Kennard 2 carries for 5 yards and a fumble on 1 of those. Manny Fuentes will do last. Christian Hernandez 5 carries for a total of 11. The B Train, El Toro Loco, Bryce Sanchez 10 carries for a total of 56 yards and a touchdown. But it was Manny Fuentes, 6 carries, 103 yards, including the 85-yard touchdown to end the half.
Well, there you have it. There's your stats for the first half. Again, the Roswell Coyotes lead 21-17. We're going to take another break. We'll come back and talk New Mexico High School coaches polls and Max Preps. You're listening to 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, and KSVPTV.com audio only.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Keeping your commercial vehicles in good working condition is a priority. With over 60 years experience, Big O Tires is here to handle all of your commercial vehicle needs. From a large tire selection, quality automotive services, to priority appointments, our experienced technicians will get your business back in action quickly. Whatever size business you operate, Big O Tires has your business covered for all your commercial vehicle needs. Stop by your local Big O Tires today.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Call 623-5344, serving all of southeastern New Mexico. Find them fast in names and numbers.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
August is back to school month. It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to keep safety in mind as you send loved ones off to school. Central Valley Electric Cooperative would like to share some safety tips to keep in mind. Slow down and watch for school zones. Put your phone away. Don't get distracted. Stop for buses loading or unloading students. CVE wishes everyone a safe transition back to school. Remember to be safe and be smart this school year.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Welcome back to Las Lunas, New Mexico. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Coyotes lead 21-17. And I tell you, 85-yard touchdown run by Manny Fuentes. The touchdown, what a touchdown it was, and the PAT was up and good. Coach McDonald, we do have a few minutes here. We've got about 5 minutes and 30 seconds before we resume play, or actually before the players come out. I know.
You want to talk scores?
Yeah.
You want to talk polls?
Well, let's talk scores first of
Okay.
all. Let's talk scores around the state, and then we'll talk New Mexico high school coaches polls. I know we're getting some text messages. I know the people like to hear the scenarios and stuff like that, but let's go over some scores real quick.
All right, so going to just not do them all, but just the ones we're kind of interested in here. The Colts of Nimi lead Hagerman in Hagerman 7-6. That's a halftime score. The Mayfield Trojans are trailing Centennial 49-6 at the half. Clovis and Carlsbad just says in progress. We don't have a score on that one just yet. Of course, Roswell, I see our score up there, which we obviously talked about. We have a final from the Bulldog Bowl. Artesia Bulldogs end their game at halftime by virtue of the second tier of that Mercy Rule. They defeat Deming 57-7 in their homecoming game. And let's see. I think that's all we have for scores that our listeners would be interested in. Hobbs and Lovington in the second quarter. Hobbs now leads that one 29-12. All right, so I think we can move on, Coach, to the polls if you'd like.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, I'm sorry, we got to get the Goddard score.
Yes, sir.
Halftime Goddard 28 and Miyamura 28-7.
Well, sounds good. Again, if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, the Roswell Coyotes currently lead 21-17 at half. About 3 minutes and 35 seconds before the teams come out. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Let's talk a little coaches poll here, Coach. I love these scenarios here, as we always talk about. In this right here, let's go over the New Mexico High School coaches polls first off. We're talking right now the Artesia Bulldogs are ranked number 1. The Piedra Vista Panthers ranked 2. The Roswell Coyotes ranked 3. The Garda Rockets ranked 4. And the Mayfield Trojans ranked 5. And let's go over the 10, and then we'll talk to the scenarios. The Deming Wildcats 6. Santa Teresa 7. Or tied for 6, excuse me. Belen Eagles 7. Number 8 is the Valley Vikings, and number 10 is the Highland Hornets. Coach, in your opinion, what do you think about the New Mexico High School coaches polls?
Well, we're kind of comparing them to the Max Preps poll as we often do, and we've talked earlier about how maybe the Max Preps poll is not as good at the beginning of the year. The coaches poll might be a little bit more accurate, but I'll tell you what, the scores we've seen tonight, and you talk about scenarios, Artesia, the number 1 seed in the coaches poll, defeating Deming in just a half of football. Deming is the 6th in the coaches poll, but you look down at Max Preps, Deming was all the way down at number 9. So it's looking like the algorithm was maybe a little more on pace in that scenario. But you expect Artesia to stay 1 in that poll. PV is at El Dorado. That's not a tough matchup for them. So, they probably stay there. Roswell, and depending on what happens here, win, and I'm thinking we stay, lose, potential we go down. Goddard taking care of business against Maimura at home. Mayfield losing to Centennial, but they should lose to Centennial. I mean, that Centennial is one of the top, they're number 3, I think, in the Max Preps, and I believe they're 3 in the coaches poll as well. So, the coaches poll is probably pretty close, maybe with the exception of Deming there. Santa Teresa, should win, so maybe they move up. Mayfield may move down in one or both polls because they will likely go ahead and lose to Centennial. But it's just interesting to look at these and see what the coaches think and see what the non-human, the algorithm, the computer thinks. And it looks like the computer got the best of the coaches this week, if you ask me, if everything holds here.
Coach, another thing we want to talk about real quick, and for the listeners out there, the Roswell Coyotes currently have a schedule that a lot of teams don't have in the state of New Mexico. Roswell High is playing a tough schedule.
Sure.
And explain to the listeners out there why a lot of teams like the Roswell Coyotes play the caliber teams like they're doing now.
Right. So it just comes down to coaching philosophy. I mean, there's 2 ways to do your schedule. You can make your non-district schedule. You can schedule teams that you are fairly certain you can beat. So you go into district with a good record. Maybe you're up in the coaches polls or even the Max Preps polls. Other coaches have a different philosophy, and Roswell High's coaching staff, Coach Lynn and his staff, definitely have a different philosophy, and that is make your schedule as hard as possible.
Well, non-district, by all means, the first week of football, week 1 on August 19th, the Roswell Coyotes did play Lovington. That is the only team, if I'm looking at this correctly, that is 4A at the time, which the Coyotes beat them 69-29, and then everybody else before district is a 6A opponent.
Well, and you talk about that 1-4A team. That's the defending state champs, that 4A team. I mean, that's not a non-quality opponent. There are 2 games on the schedule this year for Roswell High that are not that strong, and you had Santa Fe in week 2. And they're an improving program, but that's that score is indicative of how that game will go. And then you have Clovis, who are down there. But again, that they're a 6A school, and so is Santa Fe. So even the games that are not, you look at the schedule and you say, oh well, that's an easy win. No,
not at all. Not even close.
Not. And even Carlsbad, we kind of play Carlsbad because they're close. And it's not a long way to travel, and you split the home and home every year. But Carlsbad's a good team this year. I mean, I'm not sure where they're ranked.
Well, you're exactly right. Carlsbad's a good team, but overall in the state of New Mexico, Carlsbad is ranked 15th, and their overall record is 1-2. Now, they have a negative 14.5 rating. And then, the strength of schedule is negative 6.7, but they have a rating of plus 7. So you're exactly right. The Carlsbad Cavemen, they're not a weak team, and they're very they're very challenging team as well too. So again, Roswell High, as they're playing Los Lunas tonight, currently winning 21-17. The next week, Carlsbad, the Cavemen, actually come over and travel to the Wilbo to play the Coyotes.
Right, we'll have that one. And, we went, that was our first victory last year. Started off 0-4 and then went to Carlsbad and got that first victory of the year before sweeping district and being the district champs. But, yeah, that's a good program, and it's going to be a tough one for us next week as well. Carlsbad had Artesia beat in the Bulldog Bowl in week 1. They gave it away at the end. That's a tough opponent.
Coach, we have about a minute before we resume play again. According to Max Preps, the Artesia Bulldogs 2, Coyotes 3, Goddard 4, and the Mayfield Trojan 5s. Again, talk to me about this district. It's just something else in southeast New Mexico.
Well, it is, and you look at the rankings, and the first few coaches polls had our whole district, 1 through 4 were the top 4 teams in the coaches poll, and now Piedra Vista has worked their way into that conversation. They're number 2 in the coaches poll, number 1 in the Max Press poll, but the other 4 of the top 5 is District 4, 5.
And
4-5A, 5-4A.
5-4A, yeah. So talking about Piedra Vista, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Piedra Vista Panthers on September 30th, and that's going to be here in a few weeks. And just a real quick shout out to a good friend of mine, Mr. Kevin. I should say Mr. I don't say Mr. Coach Kevin Worth. He's on the other side doing some scouting. He's listening to us as we speak. Coach Worth, good friend of mine, head softball coach over at Piedra Vista. So Piedra Vista did beat El Dorado 46-7 last night.
So that was a Thursday.
That was a Thursday night football game.
Okay.
So, all right, we're just seconds away from kickoff here in the second half. The Roswell Coyotes won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and it is just seconds away from game time. Coach McDonald, any closing comments before that third quarter?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my parents who celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary yesterday. Couldn't be prouder of them or prouder to be their son. And these are, them and their children have, get this, over 135 years of service to the Roswell schools, my parents and their children. And by the time we're done, it's going to be about 150.
Well, congratulations to the McDonalds, and it's always great to see great people in the education system. So, okay, it looks like Caden Bell, the strong-legged kicker, will once again kick it past the goalpost there. Yeah. So, Coach, 21-17 now. We're here at Tiger Stadium in Los Lunas, New Mexico. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Audio only. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, as the Roswell Coyotes will take over. 1st and 10 from the 20 against 21-17. Manny Fuentes, the quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes, had an excellent run, 85 yards. And we're going to be talking about that for a long time. That's probably going to be the play of the week, I would imagine. And there's Manny Fuentes again, has a man open, and that one's going to be caught by number 11, Donovan Morales.
Wow.
And good pass by Fuentes to Morales, and the Coyotes will have it about midfield.
Yeah, 30-yard completion there right off the bat. Morales just kind of snuck into that zone right in the middle of the field. And just weren't ready for it was the Los Lunas defense. And great pass, great catch, and they're off and running.
1st and 10 from the 50, and good run by Bryce Sanchez. We'll have about 8 yards. Good sportsmanship there by Los Lunas, assisting Sanchez.
Yeah, and we've seen that quite a bit in the first half. I noticed a lot of the Coyote players would hit somebody hard, make a great tackle, and then help them right back up, and that's what you like to see.
I'm going to give number 56, Joseph Trujillo for Los Lunas, a little bit of kudos there for great sportsmanship. Absolutely. Pistol formation for Roswell. There's going to be the sweep. Toss sweep it is, and looks like Sanchez will gain short yardage.
Yeah, he'll lose 2 there.
Yeah. Short yardage there, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Roswell Coyotes.
But, you have to take those, and I say this all the time. You have to take those none-yard plays and those -2s to continue to wear down the defense.
Pistol formation, and there is Manny Fuentes, and another. He has a man right open, and number 11, Donovan Morales, is going to be brought down about the 1-yard line, and an excellent pass. Fakes the toss and rolls out to the left, and the strong arm quarterback in Manny Fuentes finds his eligible receiver, number 11, Donovan Morales. And it's going to be first and goal from the 1-yard line. They're saying 2, but it's going to be from the 1.
45 yards on that.
There's motion. And it looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Coyotes.
You see who it was?
And it looks like that might have been Christian Hernandez, but let me see.
Oh, I think it was Peyton.
Peyton Kennard?
I believe so.
Getting some. It is going to be Peyton Kennard. Touchdown, Coyotes. 27-17.
Wow. That passing attack that was a little bit stagnant there. Really.
And what a kick that was by Kennard. So he scores the touchdown and adds another point on the PAT. The Roswell Coyotes currently lead 28-17. You're listening to Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com audio.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Two-yard touchdown run by Peyton Kennard to make the score 27-17, and then he kicks the PAT. Make it 28-17. Coyotes do lead here in this third quarter with 10 minutes and 31 seconds left in this third quarter.
I know some things. We said in the break, it's been a weird game. I mean, we've fumbled the ball on our own 2-yard line twice. I mean, it's crazy that we're winning by this score right now against this team in this stadium with some of the strange things that have gone on in this first half. But I'll tell you what. We'll take it.
Well, if Coach, you and I called the state championship game here a couple of years ago, and
yes, we did.
There's nothing like a Los Lunas Roswell High game. I mean, it's always good caliber ball games. They're well coached by Jeff Lynn, excuse me, and also by Greg Hennington. And I don't expect nothing less for these two teams.
Yeah, kicked into the end zone, not out like his counterpart, but a nice kickoff there from Kennard. And, Coach, I don't know if we mentioned this in a previous broadcast, and even if we did, it's worth mentioning again. I think it's really cool that the starting quarterback and the backup quarterback for Roswell High are both sons of former Roswell quarterbacks. I just think that's cool.
Yeah, so Manny Fuentes, the son of Manny Fuentes, he was Manny Fuentes Sr. is actually he was the quarterback when the Roswell Coyotes won the state championship in 2000.
All right.
And it's just following around because I tell you what, Manny, I was actually part of that coaching staff back in the day, as an assistant, of course. But Manny Sr. had a great arm, and I tell you what, just a tight spiral as his son does today.
Yeah, he's taught his son well, and I don't remember seeing Manny Sr. play, but do they look the same? I mean, do they throw the ball the same? Or?
Well, they resemble each other. It's a spitting image, and so it's crazy that they do that. And I'm going to tell you right now with Peyton Kennard and his dad,
Dustin, right?
Dustin, of course. I was coaching probably at the freshman level that year, but we were had that opportunity to coach him as well too. So
that's neat.
Fantastic athletes. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 now for Los Lunas, and Coyotes will jump off sides.
And probably, because it was a touchback, that will result in a first down for Los Lunas, and you just don't want to give them away. I know it's only 2nd and 5, but you just don't want to do that. Mental mistake.
Well, and it happens, and you know what? When you have a 28-17 lead, you know what? Kind of dodge a bullet again, but
well, you certainly have no room to relax here.
Yeah, exactly. So cover 2 for the Roswell Coyotes right now. Sermon's the quarterback, dropping back to pass, and he has a man open, and it will be caught by number 3. It looks like Ethan Baca.
Well, I was wondering if he did catch it. He picked it right off the turf if he did. Looks like it's going to be a 6-yard completion.
You know, talking about quarterback, it really is exciting to see this Paul Sermon's kid too, man. He's an excellent athlete.
Boy. He's the real deal at quarterback.
He throws the ball well.
I'd love to see him play for the Lobos, as you mentioned earlier, and that's my alma mater, and I would love to see number 17 in the cherry and silver.
Well, just like that, we're talking about the strong arm quarterback. He throws it 45, 50 yards in the air and has an eligible man open, Ethan Baca, and it just kind of goes through his hands.
Well, I mean, it was –
from my angle.
Maybe his fingertips. Let's say it went through his fingertips. He was extending fully there, and again, Wes Gallegos running right with him, and Wes has had a great game, and he's going to need to continue to have a great game, have another good half here in order for the Coyotes to come out victorious here. But this defense, Coach, I say it every week, I know, and I sound like a broken record. I'm just so impressed with this defense.
Coach Lynn, at pregame, he did talk about Coach Bolaños and the defense. You know, last week it was a 41-point deficit, you know, with the loss to Haas. But he did, Jeff Lynn did mention that he really felt that the defense played well.
Yeah, and certainly did a lot of good things. We talked I talked a little bit about Greathouse stepping in for Eli Lynn, and he's going to have to continue to do that as we see Ceremons here. Well, you don't see, we see. Ceremons complete a third down conversion there.
Yeah, Ceremons had trips to on top right there, and Ceremons just kind of rolls out there and completes the pass. It will be first down, Los Lunas.
He doesn't look hurt to me. You know, I'm not seeing any effects of his shoulder injury that's kept him out. You know, he's had the ball plenty deep and on the money most times.
Well, he's, again, a phenomenal athlete, a strong athlete, and you know what? It's going to take a lot to hurt him.
Good baseball pitcher.
He's an excellent athlete. He can play some ball. 4-yard gain for Los Lunas. It's going to be second and about 6. And, again, the Roswell Coyotes defensively displaying some good ball. Again, we're talking defensively. You have Sylvester Lomali, that defensive tackle, playing excellent ball. And, of course, we've said number 71, Noah Lynn, is playing some excellent defense along with Truex.
Just a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. And Wesley Gallegos, playing in the secondary, has had they kind of tested Ceremons kind of tested him a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
And Gallegos has really played some good ball, and he's going to test him again. And this time, Ceremons, oh wow!
And that's a drop.
That is going to be a drop, and that was a juggle for number 3, Baca, and that was right on the money. And we're just talking about Gallegos, and he's playing excellent ball, but that time Ceremons did beat him. Unfortunately, it's going to be an incomplete pass. And luckily enough.
Yeah, that should have been a, 50-yard completion on 49.
Yeah, 49, 50 yards.
But he just couldn't handle it. Had both hands on it, kind of bobbled it a little bit. And now they bring in another receiver. Let's see if they go against Gallegos again, because he's got to be a little winded from that last play, and it looks like they might.
Well, a little drop now to number 13. And what a hit right there. By Anaya.
Adrian Anaya knocking him out of bounds, but not before enough yardage for a first down, and Los Lunas is on the move here. And, Coach, they rotate in those receivers. They've got a ton of receivers that catch, all capable of catching passes from Ceremons. And, you know, especially with Loya out, Coach Lynn really doesn't have that luxury to rotate the secondary. So, you know, those guys, you know, it could wear down on them. You know, you throw 3 times down the field to the same defensive back, he's going to get winded.
Absolutely.
Even if he's in shape, he's going to get winded.
1st and 10 now for Los Lunas, and what a run for Cash Aragon.
Yeah, and half tackle each will give to number 7, George Chavez, and number 52, and that is Vernon Molinar. So.
Well, I'm just talking about Vernon Molinar playing that Sam linebacker, 5'8", 175-pound junior. And we've also mentioned Jorge Chavez, the will linebacker. He stands about 5'10", 180 pounds. And again, the defense for the Roswell Coyotes really playing pretty well.
Oh yeah, and like I said, like we've talked about at length, they've played really well all year. And on the move, and throwing downfield. Did he catch it?
Well, they're saying that it's going to be a complete pass. Ceremon rolls out to his right, throws it about 40 yards in the air. It will be a completion First and 10 for the Los Lunas Tigers.
Yeah, and Los Lunas just had the right play call dialed up there because Roswell High was bringing pressure from the right side. Ceremons was an organized rollout to his right, so the pressure couldn't get to him in time, and he's able to complete deep down the field.
First and 10 from the 18 right half. Ceremons in pistol formation is going to hand that off again to Cash Aragon, and he runs into a brick wall.
Yeah.
Zai Carrasco.
Yeah. Carrasco with the initial hit. And, Zai's done a good job filling in for Loya there at that safety position, and, he's going to be hard to take off the field, in my opinion. I mean, he was in the rotation before, but he's playing pretty much every snap now, as they're a little bit shorthanded at safety. They've also got Caden George, who's come in and played well. Caden switching to safety. He was a starting linebacker last year, and he's made that transition pretty well, but not a starter.
Dustin Lujan is in the ball game for Los Lunas, and there's going to be just a fade pass to Aragon. That is going to be to Baca, and there is going to be a flag, and I did see the pass interference on that.
Coach, I saw Baca grab Gallegos and pull his jersey. I mean, that looks similar to me to the one that they called on West before that wasn't. And they may do it again here and give him the ball at the 1 yard line.
But here's the thing.
Coach,
I don't see a flag.
Well, the flag, he just picked it up.
Oh, okay.
He's picking up the flag. We'll see what they call. And Gallegos is talking to the officials. That's twice now.
Same.
That the receiver has grabbed Wes's jersey and pulled him down. And if they're going to give this one to Wes again, I mean, this is ridiculous.
They're going to call a pass interference on the offense.
And that's the correct call. And that's the one that should have been called last time.
So Ethan Baca, the wide receiver for Los Lunas,
Coach,
is going to be called for offensive pass interference.
I thought I saw it pretty clearly, and the first one I saw even more clearly. But maybe he thought it because it's the same receiver. I thought he could get away with it again. And why not? Why not try it again?
Well, excellent job by Wes Gallegos.
Yeah, good job.
Kept his composure and, did the right thing. So here we go. Looks like Ceremons is going to be in shotgun right formation this time. 28-17 is the score. 5:43 remaining in the third quarter. Ceremons, the quarterback. He will go to the air, and he has a quick pass once again to number 3, Ethan Baca. And Baca still on his feet, finally brought down by the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, they've been sending him down the sideline time and time again. This time
Damon Casalo's on the tackle.
He makes a good move on Wes, and the pass actually from Ceremons was a little behind him. It's a really nice catch, and then he's able to get down inside the 10. And you said Quezada on the tackle, yes?
That is correct. 4th and 1. So the Tigers are inside the 10-yard line, and there is going to be...
Oh, they did not get the first down there.
No, they did not get the first down. So, they're going to have an official timeout now. They're going to bring the chain gang out, I think.
Well, I haven't seen that all year.
I haven't either.
They're having a discussion.
At least in high school football.
Yeah, I haven't seen the chain gang come on the field at all this year at any level.
Well, are they going to bring it out?
Oh, it's third down? So they changed the marker to third down, which...
So it's going to be a 3rd and 1 situation for the Tigers.
So that's a lot less interesting.
So you have Cash Aragon, the running back, and it's going to be false start on number 44, Gage Marcus for Los Lunas. That ball will come back.
That helps. This defense has made stand after stand. Of course, they've been put in this position way too many times. Now, this one is kind of on them. Los Lunas did march down the field here with this drive. But if they can hold them to maybe another field goal attempt.
I'm not so sure if that was, a bad penalty for Los Lunas when you have the quarterback like Ceremons.
Yeah, because it does give him more room to operate, doesn't it?
It does give him more room to roll out, just like he's doing.
But it is third down.
And he is in trouble, and he is going to be taken down.
And borderline sack. I think they're going to maybe give him a yard. So now it's going to be 4th and 5, and decision time, no decision. Out goes the strong leg.
Well, if I was Coach Hennington right now, you're down 28-17. Do you go for it or do you kick the rock?
Well, I mean, it's 11 points, so, 3 and 7.
Yep.
I mean, 3 and 8, I should say.
Well, his decision is to go ahead and kick the field goal. Caden Bell is going to kick it from about 30 yards out.
Extreme right hash. There's our extreme, Coach.
There's the extreme.
It's blocked! Wow, Coach, now special teams.
Good job by the special team unit.
I did not see who did it. We'll have to get that off film, but I tell you what, just when you think that you've asked too much of this defense, they just keep coming and they never give up. And boy, keep points off the board yet again.
Well, what a play by the Roswell Coyotes. So the Coyotes will take over from about the, I thought it was a 20, but it's actually going to be the 17. They're going to start out on the left hash. Manny Fuentes, the quarterback.
You know, Coach, sometimes you have games where everything seems to go wrong. A little trickery here.
It was a trickery. And guess who that is? Josh Estrada, number 13.
Yeah, we'll see what he gets out of that. Starting from the 18-yard line, it looks like he's going to have first down yardage.
Update from the Wool Bowl, 35-13. Looks like that's third quarter.
So out to the 25, so it's just going to be a
2nd and 2.
7-yard run for Estrada.
Oh, there's the handoff, and good tackle by Gage Marcus for the Tigers.
And who ran that one? Was that Bryce?
It was Bryce Sanchez.
So he does get a yard or two. I'm going to give him 2.
Okay, so Fuentes trying to get the defense to jump off sides. They're going to call it 3rd and 1 from the 27, pistol formation. There's the toss. He will have the first down.
Yeah, that's just good smash mouth football right there. I mean, you need 1 yard, pitch it out to one of your big guys. I mean, you got different big guy options to pitch it out there to, but you give it to Bryce, and Bryce is going to get 5. No, not 5, just about 3.
Yeah, it's going to be 3. So plus 3 for Sanchez. Now 1st and 10 from the 29 right hash, and there's that toss again. And going nowhere. Maybe a loss of 1, Coach.
Yeah, I think we got to give the loss of maybe
even 2.
They're going to just say 1, give him progress almost back to the line of scrimmage. Is going to bring up a 2nd and 11. But again, Coach Lynn, you know, obviously doesn't love those plays, but he doesn't mind grinding it out like this.
You're exactly right. It's a setup play right here. When it's 2nd and 10, maybe even 3rd, I wouldn't be surprised if he runs it again. And there's that speed option. And there it is, and it's effective.
They pitched that one out to Peyton, I believe.
Yep, that is exactly what it is.
And Kennard is going to get, let's see where the spot is. Oh, nice pickup. He's going to get about, I can give him 9.
No, it is going to be plus 9, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. And here might be a good time to air it out. Let's see what Jeff Lynn does here.
Well, that first play of the half where Morales came open over the middle, I'd like to see that play again.
That's exactly what it is. But no, it's going to be first down as Sanchez will.
2 yards. The home crowd's cheering like they stopped him, but it's going to be forward progress for 2 yards and a first down at the 40. So new set of downs for the Coyotes as they would love to get a score on this drive and make this a
34-35.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be
17 game possibly. So
maybe a 3-score game, right? Let's see. Math skills are not what they should be, but.
So the score is 28-17 if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KSVPTV.com, audio only.
And, Coach, the name we haven't heard is Jordan Weathersby, and they're going to get a timeout call from Fuentes here.
Well, let's take one too, Coach. Again, you're listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KSVP, audio only.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Welcome back to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. The Coyotes do lead 28-17. It is the Coyotes ball. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 40. Minute 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Coyotes playing good ball. Fuentes still the quarterback for the Coyotes. Pistol formation. And here comes Fuentes around. 40, 45, and out about the 49-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, they're even going to give him the 48, I think.
It's
going to be about 12 yards for Manny there. And he can run the football. I mean, he proved that at the end of the first half, but we knew it. But we haven't really seen it that much this year. We haven't, he's had a few runs here and there, but he's dangerous. He's dangerous as a runner as well.
Well, absolutely. So that was a good spot by the officials. So 1st and 10 from the 48 right hash. It's going to be Twins to the top, and Fuentes and pistol once again. There's going to be a hand up to Sanchez. Sanchez goes forward. He will have about 4 yards. So +4 for Sanchez. So it's going to be about 2nd and 6 from about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, once again, that's the kind of plays they love. Just a little positive yardage. They're not all going to be spectacular, long touchdown plays. You got to grind it out.
Oh, there's an eligible and an open right there, and that's going to be.
Oh, my goodness, Giovanni
Apodaca, touchdown, Coyotes.
45 yards to match his last pass completion. And the touchdown for Giovanni Apodaca.
Wide open.
Boy, was he ever open.
Fuentes reading the field excellent. Read the defense as they collapse. And Giovanni Apodaca is in for 6. So touchdown Coyotes, 34-17. And you hit the nail right on the head. If they could score with one last play left in the quarter, that's exactly what the Coyotes ordered. So PAT is up and good. Coyotes do lead 35-17. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV, audio only.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
Welcome back to Roswell High football. The Coyotes score from a 45-yard touchdown pass from Manny Fuentes to a wide-open Giovanni Apodaca. PAT by Kinner's up and good. And just like that, Coach, the Roswell Coyotes taking control of this ball game.
Yeah, 3-score lead now, even with 2-point conversions and whatnot. So, yeah, kind of taking control here. We'll see if the defense can kind of feed off the offense here. And, Coach, we haven't seen any trickery on kickoffs. I wonder if Coach Lynn thinks this might be a good time.
Well, let's see what Coach Lynn has up his sleeve with 19 seconds left in this third period. It is 8:55 here on September 9th in Los Lunas, New Mexico. There's the kick by Kinner, and that's going to be kicked deep. It is returnable from the 10-yard line. Starburst. And runs into his own ball player, tackled by his own ball player.
Yeah, Coach, that
was different.
That was really strange. I was watching they're celebrating on the. Maybe we missed something because of our angle, but that looked like he ran right into his own player.
Well,
and fell
he did.
Down.
From this angle, at least. I mean,
our players celebrated a little bit there. Our gunner took out one of the Starburst guys, and that caught my attention, so I didn't actually see what happened there. But in any event, 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Okay, let's see here. 1st and 10 from the 22 Tiger ball. Here we go. Sermon is going to throw it deep, and he overthrows it. And
and poor Wes, it so just seems like
that's Gallegos here. Yeah. So I'm trying to find out who's actually on the left corner.
Well, it should be Anaya.
It is Anaya.
I mean, that's who starts over there. Or, I'm sorry, Monreal. Jeremiah, that's Jerm should be over there as the starter. So they're not. I don't remember throwing his way much at all.
Well, then that's what we're trying to figure out right there. So number 25 is Jeremiah Monreal. He's playing the left corner, and then of course Wesley Gallegos is playing the right corner.
And that's him over there.
And that cover 3 formation, the free safety, looks like that might be.
Great play there. That's going to be a tackle for loss. Yep. And that is number 54, Quezada.
Well, Coach, that's going to end the quarter. Coyotes do lead 35-17. We're going to take a break. You're listening to 106.5, Roswell Talk FM, KSVP TV, audio only.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back. 35-17 as we start to begin the fourth quarter.
I'm really glad we have these ramps to bring us back, because there's not actual dead silence when we forget to come back.
Oh, man, I tell you what. A little different tomorrow again, Coach.
Yeah, it will be a little different tomorrow. We invite everybody to tune in. The NMMI Broncos, the defending national champions, are taking on Navarro College. Available on ESPN Plus with your commentators, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Can't wait.
That game will begin at 4 p.m. at the Wool Bowl.
Correct. So get that subscription. You only have to get it for a month. I think it's less than $10. Get that ESPN Plus and give us a listen tomorrow.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and 12 now for Los Lunas as we begin the fourth quarter. Sarahman still quarterback, and looks like there's going to be some discussion on the field by the officials.
Yeah, are we just waiting? No, I'm not sure what we're waiting on. They've got both the starting corners on this side now, which I'm not sure I've seen before. I'm not sure who the corner on the other side is. It's because Anaya is here as the safety on this side.
So you have Monreal, you have Anaya.
But spread formation.
Sarahman's under pressure. He's going to take it himself, and he is going to be hit hard.
And that's Truex.
Truex once again.
Chasing him down after Damian Quezada made him cut back upfield. He's going to get yards on the play, but it's going to bring up, 3rd and 6?
Well, it's going to bring a 4th down situation.
Oh, 4th down. Yes, sir. Haven't switched it.
So it's going to be 4th down, so the strong-legged Caden Bell will be back there. And
well, unless you better back up if you're the punt returner here.
Yeah, maybe back to Roswell.
Yeah, the
guy can kick. Well, let's see if the Coyotes bring the house here.
They've already blocked one kick today.
And it's going to be offsides on Roswell High School.
Ooh, and now are you tempted to go for it, Coach? There's just 11 minutes left, and now it would just be 4th and 2.
Jonathan Barraza, the defensive end, jumped off sides.
And Barraza he's been really good on special teams this year. But he does make the mistake there, and it's a 4th and 1, and it looks like they're bringing the offense back on the field. And this could be a turning point in the game. That's a terrible penalty because we had the turnover. You know, we forced them to punt. Now they're not going to punt. And just 1 yard to get the first down and keep the drive alive.
Well, let's see if Sermons has the hard count as he almost gets them. Sermons, oh, it's not. It's going to be close.
Coach, it's not going to be close. Stuffed behind the line of scrimmage as Sermons tries to take it himself, and they get the turnover on downs. Wow.
Jorge Chavez is the young man that I see.
Yeah, that was George in there shooting the gap. You could tell that Sermons was going to – are they going to measure?
Well, it's going to be an official timeout.
That's not a good spot. That is not a good spot. It was on the other side of the 30-yard line. He did not cross the 30-yard line. But the spot is going to be close to enough. Nah, it's still going to be short. Don't you think?
Well,
yeah,
it's going to be
a half yard short if they measure.
Well,
no, it's our ball. You
don't need to measure it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a turnover.
I think
on downs.
I think Los Lunas is trying to get them to measure it, but you can tell.
Well, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Even with the terrible spot, it's a half yard short. So I'm not sure what's going on here. It's an official discussion. And now they're saying Roswell High football as they should.
So first down, Roswell.
And Roswell finally gets their defense off the field. And now they can make it a 4-possession game and maybe kind of put this one away. I mean, Sermons is dangerous. I know there's 10 minutes of football left, but you score a touchdown here, and that puts them in a pretty bad spot. Big hole.
Fuentes will hand that off to Sanchez. You know, and right here, I think that Coach Lynn will probably run the ball a little bit to run some time off the clock.
Well, a couple things it does for you. It does get that time off the clock, but it also, takes the interception out of the equation. And, any kind of turnover here obviously is going to swing the course of the game. He's not going to be afraid to throw it. I think what I'd like to happen is maybe roll Fuentes out, maybe do the option where Fuentes can run himself or maybe make the pitch or even throw. But, you got your whole playbook here.
35-17 with 10 minutes left in the ball game. Here comes Fuentes and pistol going left, speed option. And there's Hernandez now. He's going. He will be
first down.
Out of bounds about the 17, 18-yard line. It will be first down for the Coyotes.
Yeah, and a great job on the decision from Fuentes on the pitch. And then a great move by Christian Hernandez as he made the first guy miss and then just kind of sprinted towards the sidelines and gets the first down. I believe the clock will run. It will. And the Coyotes in business in the red zone. Ball's at the 18?
17-yard line. Got Trio to the right. Fuentes. Once again, gives the ball to Hernandez.
And a couple, maybe. Looks like I can give him 2.
At least, we'll go +2.
And I just really like the options, Coach. Of course, you got Bryce, who's going to get a bunch of carries, but you got Christian Hernandez, change of pace back. Manny, obviously, has been the star running back today from the quarterback position. Then you got Kennard, who's got a rushing touchdown. You can go to Seabass. You can go to the backup fullback, Giovanni Apodaca, if you want to. I mean, just so many weapons out of that backfield.
Apodaca just has really done a good job this year. Another handoff, and going to be some positive yardage now. It's going to bring up a third down for the Coyotes.
Yeah, kind of doing the 2 yards in a cloud of dust there. Going to bring up third. 6? Are they saying 5 or 6?
We'll call it 6 yards, so we'll call it 3rd and 6.
You can get a first down at about the 7-yard line or the 8, so I don't see them trying to kick here either way. I think if they don't get the first down, they'll go for it. But
well, let's see if they try to fake that toss sweep and see what Manny can do around the turn here. He does have a man open on the fade, but it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to bring up a 4th down situation. So let's see if Kennard Let's see if Lynn will bring out Kennard to kick the field goal, but I think that they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Well, I'm seeing, do I see LJ in the game? I'm not sure what they're going to do here, Coach. I'm looking at the personnel, and looks like they're going to kick.
They're going to kick it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like about
right at 30.
30 yards. So a 30-yard field goal attempt by Peyton Kennard. That has some room, and that is good. So good kick by Peyton Kennard. The score now is 38-17. Coyotes extend their lead. We're going to take a break. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell Stock FM and KSVP. TV audio only.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
All right, welcome back to Tiger Stadium in Los Lunas, New Mexico. Kennard with a 30-yard field goal. 38-17 is the score. Uh-oh, and here comes number 2 now, Fabian Trujillo, as he is going to be taken out of bounds on a good run, but he will be out about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Coach, that's something we need to work on, something that we can work on to get better for next week. And that's our kick coverage team. I mean, they've had several good run backs, whether it be out of the starburst or the short kick. Maybe it's just the strength of this Los Lunas team, but that's definitely room for improvement for us.
1st and 10 from the 37 of the Coyotes now. I'm looking at the secondary here, and it looks like number 17 is in the ballgame for Roswell High School. Quintero, and then also Zy Carrasco playing free safety. And there's going to be a shot to the end zone. Picking on, you got a number there, Coach, from this angle. I can't see it.
No, it's just too far away. Gets kind of dark over there in the corner of this stadium.
I'm not mistaken, maybe a Naya, but the angle that we have here, ladies and gentlemen, it's have some shadows here in this press box, so it's a little difficult to see here.
Well, you know what, Coach? I think it was Gallegos again. I mean, he's over there now, so unless they switched, although they do have Monreal.
No, it's Monreal.
And Gallegos on the same side now. And they've moved, nobody on this side for this formation.
Zy Carrasco playing free safety. Second and 10 on the incomplete pass. Zimmerman shotgun right, trips to the top, and here's the drop back pass. He has a man open, and almost picked out by Carrasco.
Yeah, probably should have been. I think he was watching the receiver and didn't pick up the ball quick enough. If he picks up that ball just a half second quicker, he's picking that off and he's going to town.
Carrasco, good size individual. Stands about 6'2", 6'3".
Going to bring up 3rd and 10, but with this score now, a 21-point lead.
I know that's incorrect. They have him down as 5'11", but he's every bit of 6'2".
He's
So 3rd down and 10 from the 37. Sermons has an empty set. Quaz to the top. And it might be close to a 1st down for Los Lunas, but
it's going to be a yard short if that spot holds. He's going to bring up a 4th and 1 and another opportunity for this defense. Do we have a flag? No,
I saw the same thing. It's that shadow here.
Yeah. So another tough situation for the Tigers here, as they must convert on this 4th and 1. They're down to
7 minutes.
Yeah, a little over 7 minutes left in the game, and they're down by 3 touchdowns. So they must convert this 4th and 1. Good opportunity for the defense, and it's just the old sneak.
Ceremons will get the first down this time, plus more.
Yeah, and that's a good play call there. As Ceremons picks up, about 8 yards.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Oh, he just wanted 1, but he just kept on grinding there and picks up maybe 6. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line. See if this defense has another trick up their sleeve, Coach. They've been so good all night.
I'm trying to read the defense here. It looks like a 3-man front for Roswell High School. Ceremons rolling out. And he is going to be brought down. Greathouse.
Whoa.
Mason Greathouse taking on Ceremons, and it will be a sack for a loss.
He's filled in very nicely for Eli Lynn on that defensive end position, Coach.
Well, I love the call by Bolaños, Coach Arturo Bolaños there. He had a 3-man front, and see if they're just
yeah, they're moving Truex around.
Yes, that's
Truex
exactly
is
right.
kind of linebacker sized anyway, and certainly quick enough. And another drop by a Los Lunas receiver as Cheeto got to Ceremons, but able to get the pass away. But nice quarterback pressure up the middle from the big defensive tackle, Cheeto.
Well, that's 3rd and 15 now.
Yeah, again, they don't have the option to kick it at this point. Even with that good kicker, you're down 3 touchdowns.
Trips to the top now, and here comes Ceremons once again. He's going to go back to the end zone, picking on Gallegos again. Actually, that is not Gallegos,
no,
is
that's
it?
Monreal.
That's Monreal. So it will be a touchdown for Los Lunas.
Yeah, nice fade. Ceremons and his receiver definitely on the same page there, and certainly not terrible coverage.
No.
He's running with him, but, I mean, there's only so much you can do when he runs a route like that because he's running straight up the field, kind of down the seam, and then he kicks it out to the end zone, and the coverage was kind of on the inside, and you just can't – no help out there.
So Los Lunas does score on an excellent pass by Ceremons to Loera, 38-23, make it 38-24 with 6 minutes and
No, he missed it, Coach.
he missed it. They're saying he missed it.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the reaction of the official
Well, it was kind of delayed.
under the left goalpost. You know, he's kind of arching his back, like trying to see is it going to, in or out, and it was out. So the strong-legged kicker with his 3rd missed kick. He's missed 2 and had 1 blocked. So,
well, 38-24 is the score on the missed PAT. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening 106.5 Roswell Stock FM and KSVP TV, audio only.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Okay, welcome back. 38-24. Had a touchdown pass by Ceremons to Loera, and the PAT by Caden Bell is no good. There's a little delay on the official. It looked good from my angle, but after the officials, they say it's no good. So 38-24, 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any scores around the state, please give us a text message. Notify us, and we'll be happy to get you on the air.
let's try to get a score from the Wool Bowl. That should be wrapping up, I would think.
Probably getting close.
I'll try to use my technology to find a score there. And
let me text the superintendent down there and see what he says.
That's a good way to find out.
Yeah, I think he'll let us know. Okay, so here is Caden Bow getting set to kick.
We do have a final from Mayfield.
Okay.
Centennial 49, Mayfield 13.
I want to hear the score. The Hobbs-Lovington game, is that correct?
I'll try to get that for you. Of course, the Deming-Artesia score was a final at halftime.
42-19, Goddard is winning. I don't know if that is a final just yet. There's the onside kick. And you got the hands unit out there.
And coach?
That is Moriel that had the ball.
Nope.
No?
Wesley Gallegos, I believe. They were both right there. I thought it was Wesley. It's one of them.
So you had both of them in the vicinity.
Both the starting cornerbacks on that hands team up there, and a good job receiving the onside kick there at the 45-yard line.
All right, so I do have that. 42-19 Goddard is leading with 5 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the fourth. Thank you to Sean Naranjo.
Oh, here we go, man.
Here comes Fuentes, and kind of slips. He will have about 4 or 5 yards on the carry. That was a little dangerous there.
It was, and in a couple of ways. Dangerous for an injury, and then also dangerous because if he beats that guy, he might do that dancing around and scoring a long touchdown again. He gets 5 either way, bringing up a 2nd and 5. Here's your Hobbs-Lovington score. Hobbs 36, Lovington 12 in the third.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be, they're going to say it's +4 for Manny, but we're going to give him 5. So 2nd and 5 from about the 49-yard line. Fuentes, shotgun, better yet pistol. Got to go twins to the top here. Clock is ticking.
Yeah, they'll let it tick, too.
Well, and why wouldn't you? You're approaching the 5-minute mark.
Yeah,
and
use it all.
Here comes Los Lunas, but there's going to be the handoff to
one
Sanchez.
man to beat, and he can go a long way with that. He's going to be close to first down yardage either way.
Well, they're going to give him the first down, so let's move the chains.
Bryce has had a lot of carries tonight. That's his 20th carry. Only 75 yards, but really important yards.
Wearing down the defense, isn't he?
That's exactly right. I mean, he's worn down that line, worn down that second level with the backers, and occasionally getting to the third level, and just exactly what you want from your starting running back.
4-man front, making a 5-man front now for Los Lunas as they're going to bring the house. Fuentes, the quarterback, pistol formation, hands it off once again to Sanchez, and Sanchez will gain about 2 yards, bring up the 2nd and 8 situation for Roswell.
Yeah, and Bryce just kind of power lifting his way through the defense.
And he is definitely a power lifter for sure, isn't he?
He is.
He got third place, I believe, at the state championships, powerlifting, I believe that's correct.
Yeah, and showing that strength and just, like we said, wearing down that defense. You know, now we're middle of the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, and you got to wonder how much that defense has got left.
Okay, slot left here. Here comes Fuentes and company.
Coach, I'm thinking pass here.
Well, let's see if he has a little bit of motion here. He's going to wait about another 5 seconds.
Use all the play clock.
All right, there's motion with Seabass, and they're going to call a timeout. Roswell High School, we will too. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVP TV audio only.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
All right, 38-23. Kyle Sioux lead with 3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the contest. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KSVP TV audio only. Kyle's going to go into a slot left formation. Fuentes, the quarterback, pistol. Seabass in motion. There's going to be the pass to Sebastian Mendoza, and he is going to gain about 1.
We'll give him the 1-yard completion there.
Well, it is going to be a pass.
Yeah, it is a pass because he pitches the ball in front of him. I mean, it seems like a handoff, but it's a pass. And but the important thing there is it's going to take a bunch of time off the clock. If Los Lunas hadn't called timeout, which they did, we will take a timeout as well. Thanks for tuning in to Coyote Football here, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV, audio only. Our Sandoval McDonald in Los Lunas with 3:14 remaining. 38-23 is the score. It's been a different ball game here in Los Lunas.
Yeah, it's just been kind of weird things happening, and a big down here in the game for the Coyotes. So they can convert on this third down. They can pretty much put the game away.
Manny Fuentes in pistol formation. You got slot to the right or twins to the top, and here comes Fuentes trying to get a hard count. See if they can get Los Lunas to jump off sides, but he's going to hand that off instead. No, he's going to take it himself, and he is going to be down about the 39-40 yard line.
So we can give him 4 there. I'm going to give him 5 there.
Okay.
So decision time now. Looks like Los Lunas maybe called timeout again. To stop the clock. 3:04 remaining here in the game. A 4th and 4. The ball is at the Los Lunas 39-yard line. I mean, you can punt here. You definitely do a coffin corner type punt and try to pin them extremely deep. Everything in the playbook here if you want to try and go for it.
Well, let's see what happens with Fuentes here. He's going to get his offense over here. He's going to try to go hard count to the left to draw the defense off sides.
Sure, that's for sure.
And then
maybe
might have another timeout.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and in fact, that's what I expect.
But nothing surprises me with Jeff Lynn and his offense right now.
Right. And, I mean, he may go quick here because, Los Lunas is expecting him to do that too. So you could go quick here and try and catch him off guard. But I fully expect the hard count here.
You got Trio tight to the left. Oh, there's a quick pass, and he has a man open. He's going to go to the end zone.
That's a jump ball.
And that's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be incomplete. And finally, Coach, I think that was Weathersby out there in the end zone, but it's hard to see from the angle now as we have this shadow in the press box.
Yeah, let's see. We have not called his name. I think he's been in, but they just haven't gone to him. He's had such a great start to the season. That's him. That's Weathersby, the last one off the field there. And why not go up to the big junior receiver? But that was like a Hail Mary. I mean, he just threw that up there and hoped one of his guys could come down with it. And it's a turnover on downs. Los Lunas will have it, and they're just down 2 scores.
Yep.
With a little under 3 remaining.
All right, so plenty of time left. Saraman's going to roll out to the right. He has a man open. That's going to be incomplete. And who is – okay, that's number 24.
That's Gallegos.
That is Gallegos, okay.
Yeah, they do have extra defensive backs in the game right now. So you got number 17, Nate Quintero, who's a special teams ace and a backup defensive back. He's in as kind of an extra cornerback. They do have Carrasco in the game, and they've got
Moriel.
Right. Let's see. We got 3 out to the right. Is that Carrasco way back?
Yeah, he's big.
He is big. Oh, is that a fumble or an incompletion?
That is going to be a fumble. It looks like the Coyotes will recover. Let's see what happens here. They're going to stop the clock for a second.
No, they're saying
they're going to blow the whistle. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah,
okay.
The white hat is saying incomplete. So
That's not Carrasco. It is Carrasco, isn't it?
It is. He's huge back there, Coach. I couldn't see his number, and I thought, who's that really tall guy playing center field safety back there? And it's Zach Carrasco.
Well, it looked like he just grown 2 inches in the last 30 seconds.
Well,
or
I'll
so,
tell you what.
you.
One thing is for sure, without a doubt, he's not 5'11".
No, he's not 5'11". He's every bit of 6'2", 6'3".
Nice try, Coach Lynn, on the old roster there. He is not 5'11".
Absolutely not. 38-23, 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the ball game. Speaking of Carrasco, he's about 20, 25 yards out. Sermon's under pressure once again.
He's going to take off.
And Coach, one of the things that you and I were talking about that, when we were paying the bills, Sermon's, he's such a great quarterback, but if the Coyotes can end up pulling this off, this is going to be a big, big win for the Coyotes.
Sure. I mean, this is first of all, it's a weird situation because you have a non-defending state champion.
Right.
They're the state champions.
Right.
But they're not defending their title because they moved up a classification. So it's almost like it's open. It really belongs to them until someone else wins it, but they can't win it. But yeah, you're right. This is going to be a huge win for the Coyotes on the road against a team of this quality with their star quarterback playing. And Coach, I have seen nothing of the injury.
Empty set. It's quads to the bottom here. And, man, they're just drilling Sermons right now.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, not Sermons. That is number 26.
Yeah, that was Greathouse was – what I think happened is
Cash Aragon, yeah.
I think Aragon kind of pulled Greathouse down with him.
Well, it looked like their helmets were stuck.
Well, and that could have been too. Neither one looked mad, but they were kind of stuck together.
So, Greathouse, if you can see, I know the crowd's upset with it right now because they thought that he was on top of him, and yes, he was.
That's exactly what happened.
But it looks like Greathouse was actually holding his hands out, saying, "Listen, I'm stuck."
Yeah,
that's what it looked like, at least from here.
And the man on the ground, who'd you say it was?
Aragon, Cash Aragon.
Yeah, Cash Aragon. He didn't seem upset.
There was not any kind of there was not an altercation at all, so it was clean. So. Okay, so it's 2:28 left in the ball game still. It seemed like that's been there for about a minute.
Yeah, and that's a turnover on downs there, Coach. Coyotes have the ball back.
Okay, there's that toss sweep again. And again, that's going to be Sanchez.
Yeah, and just 5 yards. And take it all day. I think Los Lunas is out of timeouts. I'm not 100% sure about that. And we don't want penalties or any extracurricular stuff going on here.
And again, I see the crowd. They're getting upset, and there's nothing –
Yeah, I don't think the players are getting upset. I think
no, the players aren't at all. But right there, Rico Lujan is picking his hands up and saying, hey, listen, I'm not doing anything. He's walking back to the huddle. And, again, you're exactly right. Either team is upset. It's the parents that are upset down here.
We've seen a lot more than normal good sportsmanship from both teams.
I agree. I totally agree.
Helping players up. We haven't seen any, late hits or anything, bad, negative that you unfortunately sometimes see in these hotly contested contests. And it looks like the Coyotes are going to use another timeout to burn maximum clock here.
Yeah, it's been really a pretty clean game. I've just been really impressed with both squads. I mean, just as you mentioned, the sportsmanship from all and
well, and the game's over, Coach. I mean, we're almost down to a minute. It's a 2-score game. Team that's ahead has the ball. I mean, the game's over. This is where you don't want to have those bad things happen.
Right. So that's going to be the ball game.
No, timeout. We still got a minute 4.
Okay.
Coach Lynn just ran the whole play clock down to take as much time as possible and called this. I think his last timeout too.
So I got a score: Jal 50, Dexter 0.
Oh,
that's a big score. Superintendent just texted. It's 42-19. Goddard
takes care of business. Artesia takes care of business against overmatched opponents, we'll say. And then the Roswell High Coyotes, Mayfield goes down to a very good team. And then the Coyotes, I mean.
Another thing I'm real impressed with is this air conditioner here in this press box.
Coach, we've been so taken care of by the Los Lunas staff here. We have a private box, no one in here but us. We got the windows closed, got the AC cranking. We're a couple of happy kids right now.
Hobbs wins 50-12. I'm sorry, Hobbs leading 50-12 in the third quarter. There's that toss sweep again, and Bryce Sanchez will carry the ball. He will just fall down.
Finally.
We're under a minute now. Second down for the Coyotes, 38-23. The Coyotes will be back at home next week against the Carlsbad Cavemen. That game will start at 7 p.m., and there's going to be another timeout. But let's stay here. Let's talk football here. Again, as we mentioned, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Cavemen at the Wool Bowl at 7 p.m. next Friday. And then after that, Coach, there's only 1-2 games left before the start of district. We'll start week 5 of New Mexico high school football next week.
That's crazy. It's gone by super fast. And the Coyotes have, as you said, Carlsbad next week is not going to be easy. Clovis after that might be tougher than you think. And then PV coming to town. I mean, PV's the number 1 team in the state, according to Max Preps.
Well, and then looking at Los Lunas, their schedule doesn't get any better either. They play La Cueva next week, and that game is going to be here at Los Lunas and then at Cibola and then at Capital. But other than that,
yeah, their district isn't overly tough. So, you know, this might be their last really hard
competitive game. So, all right, there's Fuentes. He's going to take it himself.
Just go down.
And he will probably be close to a first down.
Yeah, I guess it was third down. He did kind of need to go for the sticks there, and it looks like he's got it, but we'll have to see. They're picking up the sticks. They're
going to move it. It's a first down for Coyotes is what they're saying, but let's see what happens. The clock is going to continue to run. It is first down and 10. And we should have one play left.
I think you can get in the victory formation now. And they've got Seabass in as the emergency protector. And do they even have to snap it? I don't think they do.
Again, good sportsmanship right there. That's very nice to see with Campos and the big man for Los Lunas. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coyotes will win this contest 38-23. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, recap the game, go over statistics, and then we'll get this game closed out. We'll be right back. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP audio only.
Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and I know you've heard me say that you can trust Trustmark, but I want you to know what that looks like in real life. A few years ago, we installed a beautiful new roof for an older woman who was recently widowed. She was an artist, and colors were really important to her. So when she said she didn't like the color of a brand new roof, we took that seriously. She had picked the color and signed off on it, but I just kept thinking, if she's going to walk into her house every day and be disappointed, then we're just going to redo it. So we did. We ripped that beautiful new roof off and replaced it with a slightly different color, and she was thrilled. Yes, it cost us quite a bit of money to make her happy, but I want you to know you can trust Trustmark to make it exactly right every time. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The numbers don't lie. Crime is up in southeastern New Mexico. In 2021, Roswell had almost 40 crimes per 1,000, including larceny, assault battery, burglary, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and homicide. These days, the best defense you can get is having a locally owned company install the best security system available. That's Xena Security Services. They offer real security solutions for your home and business. When it comes to your safety, you need a locally owned, locally minded security company at your defense. Call Xena Security Services today, 575-626-3521, 575-626-3521.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Time is running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off. If you have the best brisket or best ribs, you could win $500. Judging begins at 4 p.m. this Saturday, and entry is free. Call Richland to register or go online to rlchevrolet.com and click the About Us tab. The cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. The barbecue competition is open to anyone. Time's running out to register for Richland's Barbecue Cook-Off, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV, audio only. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Going to close this game out here in just a moment, but we're going to talk a little statistics.
All right, special teams statistics tonight, absolutely all Peyton Kennard. He had a very nice 45-yard punt with no return, a 30-yard field goal, and a perfect 5 for 5 on extra points. There were no returns of any kind for the Roswell Coyotes tonight. Roswell defensive statistics, 1 tackle each from Jacob Cedillo, Nate Quintero, Jonathan Barraza, and Noah Lynn. That was a half sack, though, that 1 tackle from Noah Lynn. Chipping in with 2 tackles was Wes Gallegos, who played great defense outside those 2 tackles for sure. And 2 from Mason Greathouse, the fill-in starter. Both those tackles were for loss. One of them was a sack. 3 tackles each from Anaya, Truex, Molinar, and 4 tackles each from Zai Carrasco and Cheeto Lomelli. 2 of those tackles were sacks for Lomelli. 5 tackles from Damian Quezada, and George Chavis leading the defense. 6 tackles, 3 of those for a loss, 1.5 sacks. Also a fumble recovery for Wes Gallegos, and I think an onside kick recovery, but it might have been Monreal on that one too. Moving to the offensive side of the ball, we'll go, let's go passing first this time. Manny Fuentes was 8 of 13, 182 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a fumble for the game. Sebastian Mendoza caught 2 passes for a total of 6 yards. Josh Estrada, 2 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. Giovanni Apodaca, 2 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown. Number 11, Donovan Morales, caught 2 passes for 75 yards. He was the leading receiver for the Coyotes on the night. Rushing the football, Sebastian Mendoza, 1 carry for -4 yards. Josh Estrada, 1 carry for 8. Peyton Kennard, 4 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. Christian Hernandez, 7 carries for 24 yards. Bryce Sanchez had the bulk of the work rushing the football tonight. 23 carries, only 80 yards, but a touchdown including there. And the leading rusher was also the leading passer, and that was Manny Fuentes, mostly due to that 85-yard touchdown run he had to finish the first half. But he finished off with 10 rushes for a total of 131 yards and the touchdown.
Well, there you have it. There's the statistics for the Roswell Coyotes. The Coyotes, once again, defeat the Los Lunas Tigers 38-23. The Roswell Coyotes will be back in action next Friday as the Coyotes will be taking on the Carlsbad Cavemen at 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVP TV audio only. We're going to sign off. Safe travels back home, and it's always great to be a Coyote. Good night.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting are presented by Bob Reed Pest Control, Trustmark Roofing, Pecos Valley Equipment, Oasis Computers, Amigo Machinery, Central Valley Electric, Roswell Seed Company, Richland Motors, Big O Tires, Business Notions, Maupin and Brown Dentistry, Zenith Security, ENMU Portales and ENMU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, So Easy Sewing, and Maze Lumber. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Quote-unquote Christians. The reality could not be further from the truth. They are both, Queen was, Satanists. So to paint that picture for Queen Elizabeth II, back when she was princess, before she became queen, she was inducted into the Gorsedd Druids, who are neo-Druids in Wales. And they have as their central symbol the actual red dragon of Scripture that's described in Revelation 12 and 13 as Satan and as the serpent who deceived Eve in the Garden of Eden. So people can look that up. You can find photos online. There'll be some in the second edition of the Antichrist in Captivity. But the point is, early on, she was a Druid. And Druidry is a form of Satanism. It's not quite the same as witchcraft, which is also pagan and occult, etc. Another thing in which all these royals have been heavily involved. At any rate, I think it was 1953, I'd have to look up the exact date, but again, there'll be photos in the second edition of the Antichrist in Captivity. When she was queen, Elizabeth II then appeared in Caernarvon Castle for her own event there, a large international event, and the central symbol of the whole event was the Red Dragon of Wales, which happens to be the same Red Dragon that's in Revelation 12 and 13, or Satan. In 1958, and let me backtrack, I apologize, Prince Philip also was involved in Gorsedd Druidry by that point, so both of the parents of Prince Charles were. And in 1958, the Queen created, quote-unquote, her son, Prince Charles, as the Prince of Wales, saying she would one day present him to the people of Wales as their prince in a formal investiture ceremony. That ceremony took place in July of 1969 in Caernarvon Castle, that same castle in Wales. It was the most widely viewed event in the history of the world at the time, bar none. The only thing to rival it to that point in history was the Apollo landing, Apollo 12, on the